Welcome everyone to the PlayStation Tournament's FGC Arcade Summer Community Series for Skullgirls. I'm Rip here with Kai. How are you feeling, my man?
I'm feeling real good. Ready to watch some hot Skullgirls summer action. I've got a couple players in mind I'm really pulling for, but non-biased here today.
Non-biased here today, but as you mentioned, there are some heavy hitters in this bracket. Let's go and talk about the format and how these players got here, of course, guys. We had an open qualifier. We had two of them, actually. Top four of both of them made it to this top 8 players that are here today. And, of course, it'll be a double elimination tournament today. Best of 5 the whole way through. So let's go ahead and talk about what these players are playing for, because it's a big deal out here, right? And what they're playing for, guys, is a trip to Evolution, right? So that prize pool gonna be huge. An Evo hospitality package gonna be coming through for the first place winner here today, valued at $3,000. You're gonna have the hotel covered. You're gonna have the flight covered. You're gonna have your entry covered. Everything's gonna be covered. But then, of course, that's not all. Second place, $200. Third and fourth both get $100. And even fifth to 8, everyone walks away with something here today for our prizing for these top 8 players. But let's talk about the bracket, Kai. Tell us about the players that we got here today and who you think is gonna be your favorites.
Okay, so if you've seen people playing PSN, then you recognize a couple of these names. I don't think I really have to introduce players like PME or Killjoy. You've seen KJ and PME perform in lots of online tournaments, but we've also got no slouches there in Oddberry and even Clawmaster. I think the other 4 players rounding out this bracket are going to have a tough time fighting through those amazing players. If I had to pick anybody, I think the provost of PSN himself, PME, is taking it today.
We'll see if PME can get it done. But as you mentioned, KJ also going to be a heavy favorite in this bracket as well. Can't wait to see the matches as they play out here today. But definitely those are the big names to keep an eye on here. We'll see if somebody else, though, can upset the balance. And if you guys have been watching the PlayStation Tournament's FGC Arcade Summer Community Series, you've seen that a lot of players have made names for themselves, right? Not a lot of the players that we expect to win always come out the winner out of these tournaments. So today should be a very, very interesting event. But if you guys want to be taking part in these events as well, make sure you guys head on over to compete.playstation.com, sign up, get involved. That's where you guys can sign up. These tournaments are free to enter, so anyone can get involved. You guys have a PlayStation. That's it. Easy, so easy.
Oh, man, is it. Hey, we're celebrating 10 years of Skullgirls here. We got the first season pass out right now. You can play Umbrella and Annie right now, and Black Dahlia is obviously coming soon. You got to get that season 1 pass to play as Annie today. Hey, also, we got best-in-class GGPO. It's what powers these tournaments and makes them happen. And, man, oh man, if you were waiting to hear something, if you're waiting to hear something exciting, I've got something exciting for you. Tune in to Evo proper there in Las Vegas, and you will hear what the last season pass character is. That's right, 4th season pass character getting announced at Evo. We're telling you that right now. The classic announcement of an announcement. I hope you guys like that.
That is a big deal, of course, guys. But here is our first matchup coming up, guys. It's going to be Killjoy versus Catfish. Killjoy fighting out in New York. Got that Fukuoka represented there. What do you think, man? That's all we know. It's all we know about Killjoy, right? KJ, I mean, I don't think so. I think we know a little bit more about him. But you can see here the stats so far from the qualifiers, at least 5-0 so far. 100% win rate. Looking pretty sharp out here heading to his first matchup.
Yeah, and I don't think anybody was really shocked at 5 wins, no losses. Killjoy is a very strong player. And when it comes to the field of people remaining who haven't punched their tickets to Evo, you had to expect that out there. Total skill. We've also got Catfish, and that's somebody who I do not profess to know a lot about. All I do know is that they're going against an incredibly strong player in Killjoy, so Catfish is going to have to play out of their mind. Catfish does profess to be a bit of a lab monster, though, so I think, if anything, that's going to be really beneficial against KJ. You've got to know your characters, you've got to know those setups, you've got to know the character strengths and weaknesses, and able to take on a more skillful player. Catfish is going to have to fight an uphill battle, but if you believe them, they've got the tools.
Exactly. They listed as their alternative character teams, I think about 7 or 8 teams, right? So there's probably going to be a double in there. You see the fortune on the screen, so there's probably going to be some fortune action as well. But going to be very interesting to see what actual team Catfish decides to bring out here versus KJ.
Yeah, I think we're going to see, as you've already highlighted, KJ is going to be bringing one of the strongest parasols in the West, and that's a very tough character to play around when you've got a skillful player. The ability to reach out with those big air normals is something that it cannot be understated. You want to take to the air, and she just says, no, I refuse.
Denied. And of course, on top of that, you've got all the parasol resets that we've seen KJ pull off time and time again against all skill levels of players. So defensively, you've got to be on your game to stop the offensive pressure that's going to be coming once you do get opened up by KJ.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and jump into this match and see what we can see. I am a little bit excited to have maybe KJ have to sweat a little here. I don't know if it's going to happen, but I would like to see the effort, the perspiration.
I mean, that's the fun thing about these summer community series, right? You don't know who these players are sometimes. You don't know what they can bring to the table, and they are in it already. And KJ running the duo right now and starting off early. Get back over here. Oh, boy.
No! Well, eight skull seconds, and we've got some blood.
And there's the double that we expected.
In the air. Hey, that works. Oh, no, but the laser pulls them out of the super's hit stun and makes that punishable. Very unfortunate.
Yeah, talk about Fortune. Now we're on the other side. KJ continuing the combo here, and Catfish is in big trouble. Bandit, DHC out of there. Another dead character. See you later. One last chance. It's the Robo. Did she say scrub? I've never heard that.
She did. Looks like we're doing a voice pack today.
Oh,
and there's
boy.
the one reset you needed. Very nice. Go into the DHC to finish it. Okay, so that was a little bit unintended there. The DHC happened after the shot went off. So what happens is if you DHC before the shot goes off, it unscales to whatever the scaling of the next super would have been. But the shot went off before the DHC happened, therefore it was scaled with the previous combo. Not sure if that would have made for the kill, but it's just something to know.
Yeah, I mean, definitely survived there, so certainly was not enough for the kill in that situation. But KJ, you know, very, very strong there. I don't see him sweating just yet. Maybe Catfish can bring something to the table. Maybe a different team, perhaps. As we mentioned, Lab Monster, lots of potential in terms of character variety. Do you think we'll see a switcher, maybe?
I am gonna say that trying to counterplay with this differential is not wise. You probably just let it rock and play your heart out, right? But the thing is, you got 3 matches, right? Catfish is now battered and about to get thrown in the oil. And don't let it happen. You got to fight back. You got to flop. Got to flop around. Get out of there.
You got to flop around. Get out of there. Even when you're not supposed to be alive. I mean, I think that's the general strategy here. Catfish, we'll see. I mean, it's taking some time here, right? I mean, there is a chance that we're getting some swaps happening. I don't know what we'd see swapped out, though, to be honest.
Nice.
Yeah,
I mean, the round start was immediately just aggressive. All right, we are into that second match. No, we're not. We're into the first. What is time? What is space?
Who knows? Oh, my goodness. But yeah, this was all KJ.
Yeah. I would actually say if you want to take something away from this is that Killjoy is looking really good and consistent. The only thing was that DHC at the end. And again, I'm not sure. At that point, it hardly mattered, but maybe that might speak to just a tiny little bit of awareness that's not there. I don't think there's really, you shouldn't dig too deep into it.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. Yeah, that was the reset. Now we see
right,
the DHC
so there's a shot. Shot
about.
goes off, then the DHC. Yeah, so if the DHC had come in first, that shot would have been scaled to whatever the DHC scaling for the DHC would have been. So, I mean, again, just a kind of cool little gee-whiz moment for people maybe learning the game out there. You want a DHC before the last hit pops off for supers like that.
Yeah, I mean, that obviously gave an opportunity for a burst, but with that little life left, it was still looking pretty rough for Catfish to make that comeback. KJ just in total control there, and yeah, I don't think that a character switch is going to help here, but you never know, right? And
maybe a ratio change actually. That I think may be likely because the thing is, you may say, okay, I'm not going to switch my characters. I'm just going to drop the one that didn't work.
Oh man, it looks like we're in game 2 and already one character down here for Catfish, and you called it. The ratio change is what happened. Unfortunately, we tuned a little bit late, but you can see the double's in trouble.
Oh, man. Not going to build the meter. Get off me.
Yeah,
here's my chance. Make it a comeback. Oh, not quite.
Nope. I mean, we had the 4 bars there. We're like, maybe the comeback's possible.
That's
you
a
never
lot
know.
of meter. That's a lot of meter. All right,
was
so we're going to
quite a
go
bit.
into game 3, and I don't know how you call it any other way right now. Killjoy appears to be in total control of the situation, so now Catfish is officially in the oil, getting that nice, crispy, golden outer to there, and you can throw it right on the plate with whatever fixings you like, and it's going to be delicious. I think KJ's moving on in this one, but what I would like to see is a progression of what Catfish has been doing. So if you saw there, the life bar from KJ, we didn't get to see it, unfortunately, but Catfish did apparently land a hit that didn't lead into a kill. But, I mean, that's much better than the previous round. Hey, you know what? Let's aim high. Let's take a character.
Yeah. Let's take an entire character off the board.
Let's take a whole life bar.
When your opponent's running a duo, you get one character. That's like half the game right there, right? You just need one down, one more to go, no problem.
Yeah, and people always joke about moral victories, but I mean, KJ is a world-class player. That's not a fake moral victory. If you get up here, you try your best, and you take a round or a life off a stock off somebody that's really, really good, you know what? That lets you build up for next time. Next time this year,
count it.
maybe you're punching your ticket.
Exactly. You got to start somewhere. Everyone's got to start somewhere, right? I mean, these tournaments free to enter. As we mentioned earlier, compete.playstation.com is the place to do it. But here we go into the next game now.
Okay, so a little bit late coming into it again, but it looks like Catfish, again, did get a hit with that Fuqua in the back, sitting at about like 70% life, right? So that's really good. Unfortunately, going to lose a character here, just down to double.
Yeah, this was what happened right now in game 2. Just a second ago, we saw just the end of it last time. Just a little bit more. With the replay, do we get to see what happened exactly?
Yeah, and there was nowhere to go here. Even though you ran out of Indizzy, it's kind of the same situation as before. You know, you burst, but, you've got one hit's worth of life. You're essentially just a ticky-tack hit away.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. Fuqua doesn't have the best reversal supers in the DHCs, right? It's not the worst ever in the world, but it's also not the best. So especially going into double, you've got to have enough meter to go into cat heads, which is possible, but we're just not seeing it that much. We actually have seen a character switch from some Catfish doubles out of there. Or I'm sorry, we're on the wrong side? No, we're on the wrong side. Okay, that's KJ. I was like, whoa, what happened?
Yeah.
We're back to 3 characters.
I was gonna say,
we're back
Catfish
to
is
3
actually
characters.
having his best game so far.
Yeah, 20 seconds, no dead characters. All right, 20 skull seconds, 1 dead character.
Oh boy.
Get back in the corner.
And just when things started looking good. KJ back in
nice.
control.
Oh, the
almost.
tear! The tear! Oh no, crouching MP gets blown up.
Wow, busted through the shadow.
Hey! If it works, it works. Uh-oh, that's
drills
gonna
for
convert.
days.
Nice, get back in the corner. There's a reset,
On the
nice
side.
under.
Oh my
shot.
goodness. That overhead, right now, Catfish in big trouble.
Oh, run under again. My goodness gracious, ankles destroyed. 3-0 for KJ. Totally expected, but I gotta say, that last round represented a much better fight on Catfish's side. So big ups for Catfish, going out in 7th place here in this overall series. Seriously, big ups, and I want to see you come back next time and really show out.
I think that might have just been the winner side of the bracket, so still double elimination the whole way through, so... just one loss. You're still in the tournament.
Still in there.
You still got one more chance.
I was a little too excited. I smelled blood in the water. He's dead. He's dead, and he's gone. No, it's not over yet. Catfish still has another one to go.
Exactly. So Catfish, rough start, but I mean that's what's expected, right? KJ, PME, as we were talking about, probably the heavy favorites here to make it to the finals at least of this bracket that we've seen so far. But here's the replay of that final game. I gotta believe. I don't think this is the entire set, although it could have been. I think it is. This is the entire set replay. And you can see, KJ is so dominant. Other side, reset that time. We saw a couple of them, right? Those parasol resets. You never really know where she's going to go. You got to keep your eye on her at all times. But there you have it. First life bar for KJ.
And we saw a bunch of opportunities where the reset would come, and unfortunately, Catfish was electing to hit a button, but not always the best choice of buttons. So right there, that we got a button, but almost didn't believe it was going to work, and so didn't really convert it into, real action.
Yeah, of course, the DP was back there as well on KJ's side. But, this was just dominance from KJ throughout the series. We saw Catfish start to make some adjustments, start to get some life taken off of KJ, which of course is always a great moral victory. But overall, when you look back at the whole set, this was really KJ's to lose, and he really pulled through.
Yeah, Catfish had a moment there in the last few rounds where you weren't paying attention to the tier, right? Mm-hmm. So the thing is, just like a lot of fighting games, the projectile that stays on the screen will go away if that character is hit. But if an assist through the projectile, then the assist is out of there and there's no chance to get it off screen. So it's just waiting there. Unfortunately, Catfish picked the wrong time to button.
Exactly. That was a beautiful dash under there to close it out. And with that, Killjoy advancing in the bracket 3-0 over Catfish. That, of course, means Catfish sent down to the lower bracket where they'll be waiting for someone else to join them in just a little bit. And plenty more matches to come.
I think I'm very excited to watch the Oddberry versus Afiyan match because I feel like we don't get to see enough Oddberry, except if you know where to go to watch Oddberry play. So if you watch Oddberry play in their small circles, you get plenty of data there. But I don't think the wide world of sports gets enough Oddberry. I actually I want to see kind of the Oddberry show for this next match.
That would be awesome. I'm not as familiar, so I'm very excited to see what Oddberry brings to the table. Afiyan, someone that I'm also not familiar with, but here we go. We got the Eliza on screen, 28 years of age, out of Mexico.
What
also
a name.
Which part?
Brian Centurion?
Mm-hmm. I thought you meant the Afiyan part. I was like, what's...
Are you a superhero? Who are you?
Brian Centurion. Make sure you check him out on Twitch as well. So far in these qualifiers, 3-2 with a 60% win rate. That's what you got to do to make it into these top 8s. Of course, we had 2 qualifiers. Top 4 of each is how they got here. So Brian Centurion. I kind of like that name, better than Afiyan. I mean, I kind of feel like that's a name that's so solid that you could run it as your actual gamer handle.
A Centurion. Man, you could lose and still win with that last name. That's crazy. We can't forget Oddberry. Let's take a look at the tape. I'm interested to see if Oddberry lost any on the way up. I think would have had to, but let's take a look. Oddberry obviously does stream sometimes. You want to go check them out on Twitch. Repping Oklahoma and a very young player. Got a chance to see them play some good matches there at Combo Breaker recently. Okay, so yeah, 5-2. So not quite as winning as some of our top prospects today, but I mean, very, very good player. And given the circumstances, I do think Oddberry's going to take it here. Like I said, I always like to see the favored player sweat a little bit. So I'd like to see some of that back and forth.
Yeah, and especially in like the first round matchups, that's where you really like to see the sweat come through, right? Because you kind of expect the sweat later on in the bracket as we get deeper into it. But you never know what's going to happen out here at these PlayStation tournaments. So we'll see what Afiyan can bring to the table. Coming out of Mexico as well, right? So obviously Skullgirls, they've got that GGPO netcode. We've got that awesome online play, regardless of what players are around the world. But I feel like we don't really get to see a lot of Mexico cross-NA battles, in terms of this scale and scope. So this is a huge opportunity for both players here, and we'll see what happens, I guess.
Yeah, Mexico is actually kind of interesting in the 10-year history of Skullgirls. At various points in the Skullgirls competitive scene and history, there have been sort of like hidden killers that come from Mexico, where back especially in the old days before you had, all the communities coming together with easy-to-use things like Discord or just, you had individual forums and you just hear, oh yeah, I played this player from Mexico. They destroyed me. I never even heard of them. I love those kind of moments where you just say, it's like somebody's underplaying them, and then a top player comes in like, no, dude, they're really good.
And that's happened time and time again here at these PlayStation tournaments, let me tell you. We've had plenty of players from Mexico across other games who we've looked at like, we're not really as familiar with this player, but all of a sudden they're taking on these players that you do know, and they're doing very well against them. And, it's a very exciting time, and that's what I love about the fighting game scene in general, and these opportunities that are given to us by these PlayStation tournaments. So very exciting times ahead. We'll see if Afiyan can do something against Oddberry here. And these are the kind of moments I feel like as a competitor that you live for, right? You're like, I want my opportunity to go against somebody that people don't expect me to beat, and make a mark for myself out there.
No, it's like what you said. The FGC is so great because, the standard is open reg. That's awesome. I love the idea that anybody can enter and make it up to where they should be because they're just that good.
Exactly. Solo Eliza is what we're going to get out of Afiyan.
Man, Solo Eliza is not a choice you will see from many people.
Definitely not. Oh my goodness. Oddberry finding another opening. And another one. Oh man, these overheads are killing him.
The double reset. Gotta love it. Crunch. All right, waiting for a reversal. It didn't happen. Thought the level 3 might come out and bait it. Okay, this is your chance. You got to be able to hit into snap to hope to get some of that life back, and it's not going to happen. Oh, okay. Forgot where they were in the combo.
Yeah, we got the burst there.
Still going to hit. You got to wait. It's not going away on its own.
Oh my
the other
goodness.
Side. Oh, can't hold the block button on that one. No, sir. So, yeah, it just as a normal cross-up. That button is quite good, but in my own experience, it's a little deceptive. It almost the move almost begs you to use it, but if you don't use it correctly, you put yourself in a really tough spot. I think as a finisher, though, that was a great call there. Not terrible defense. That Solo Eliza, the reason that you sometimes don't see it very much is that even though she does have, an invincible reversal in uppercut, it can be a little weird to use. I'm kind of overplaying it a little bit, but it's not just your standard, if you're in front of me, you explode and get hit. Uppercut has a bit of a hitbox you have to choose, right? So you choose the one in front of you,
the
boom,
distance,
boom, boom.
right?
But it's still just as punishable as your everyday Shoryuken, right? It's not going to get you out of trouble for free.
Yeah, and I really like the patience there. Like, there was a lot of pressure coming towards Afiyan, but really took their time waiting for their opportunity, not just trying to mash out those uppercuts, as you mentioned. So I think, like, as a first game, that's, like, not a terrible strategy, kind of see what your opponent's pressing. But you saw on the other side, Oddberry was very cautious in his approach as well, right? Like, just watching out for those uppercuts and giving them moments to hang himself. So, going to be still a little bit difficult for Afiyan, but I really did like the patience that I saw out of him.
Yeah, in the corner there when Oddberry was pressing into the right side of the screen, you could see the classic down back, wait for you to mash something. She does have a very good level 3. If you would have caught them with it, you can combo after it. It is quite good if you want to turn the tables on someone. So I think Oddberry just found themselves so far ahead that they were willing to just wait. Okay, I'm not going to continue the pressure. I'm going to keep it cool. Turns out they didn't mash. Good on you.
Yep.
But at that point, the momentum was already too one-sided.
Yeah, totally agree. And especially when you have that solo character, right? Like you were mentioning, find an opening, get the snap, get the health back. But unfortunately, Afiyan never really had an opportunity to do so.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Right.
Afiyan,
Wow.
you had the happy birthday in the first volley. Unfortunately, dropped it. That was game-changing moment right there. That's a game-changing drop.
That's huge. Man, getting clipped out of the air again. Now back to the overhead to find the openings. Oh my goodness, good block.
Oh,
Beautiful
anti-air.
convert.
There's the low.
Yep. It was inevitable after all the overheads to get hit with for the resets. Oh my goodness, and just non-stop rush down pressure like Afiyan known to do, and it is just not looking good. That is game too quick here for Oddberry. Boy.
So one of the benefits of that assist where Umbrella raises up the umbrella and says "pow." One of the benefits of that is that it has a lot of block stun for a single move hit, right? So some things, like your average crouching light kick, doesn't keep you in block stun for too long, but that one keeps you in block stun for what I call the tricky amount, right? It's not like a huge amount. It doesn't just keep you locked down and protected by auto guarding protection. It keeps you just long enough to think you should be able to do something in the time you want to do it, but because it's kind of a new character and people aren't used to the organic feel of when I should be able to act, it's kind of catching them off guard right now. I would probably have the same thing happen to me. It's that weird little in-between moment. It's not a little bit of block stun. It's not a ton of block stun. It's just enough to throw you off your pace.
Yeah, those moves are very tricky, as you mentioned. Umbrella, of course, the latest character so far that we get to play with, and it's going to take some time before players really figure out the timing of those things. And as you mentioned, that organic feel that you have for most moves on block stun, you know, like, all right, yeah, I can do this here, do that there, but sometimes you get these moves where it's just not what you expect. So it's going to take some time for players to adjust to that.
Yeah, and I got to say, I really love Oddberry as a champion of using Umbrella. Right now, Umbrella is not a particularly high pick rate character, right? I think as we're getting in as closer to Evo and people are trying to win a ticket, they're saying, I'm not going to play with this newest character that I don't have, years of experience with. They're saying, okay, I'm going to pick the people I believe I can win with. The fact that somebody out there is really championing Umbrella is awesome.
Right, and I feel like, across all games, like, whenever there's a brand new character that gets released to DLC, it's going to take a while for that character to be developed. So there has to be a player that steps in and says, I'm going to do it. I'm going to commit myself to learn this character and really try to take it far.
Yep. All right, we're getting the action. Nice, good block. But gets smacked by Scissors.
Scissors all day. There's the burst. Oh! But man, yeah, Oddberry's like off the burst, like, I'm coming right back in. You get no moments to breathe against me. Overhead connects again for the opening.
Oh, just basically doing the quad reset where we don't even care if we get the hit.
Yeah, this is.
Oh, PBGC with a light kick doesn't get the combo though. I'm calling you out of the air.
Not looking good. Last chance here, Afiyan. You got 2 bars.
Yeah, if you can get the snap though, that's a lot of life.
True.
Oh, Robo. Come on.
Flip the Robo, backed out.
Come on. A little bit of memory.
No.
Okay. Oddberry with the memory to finish it off. Very strong. Yeah, okay. So, I mean, we got to be honest with that one. That one, the momentum kept swinging Oddberry's favor from the very first game. Essentially, once they determined that this was their game and they were in complete control, you saw a little bit of the BM come out at the end, the 4 sweeps in a row. Can't blame you, though. When you earn it like that, you get to do it.
Exactly. So with that victory, of course, Oddberry will be advanced to bracket. We saw a little bit of BM there, but I mean, this is your moment, right? This is a first round matchup. Right. You feel like you're confident, but as we get deeper in the bracket, we'll see how much BM comes out at that point, right? That's kind of the test for me. For a player, I feel like if you're pulling out the BM in like grand finals or something, then you're making a statement. Early in the tournament, not as big of a statement.
Early on, we're all just having fun, aren't we?
Exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, in that first round, we actually had some of Oddberry's life bar depleted, and it was looking like sort of Oddberry doing something as crazy as waiting for a reversal. So the respect hadn't been completely demolished yet. By the time we got into the second and third rounds, though, we saw Oddberry basically saying, "Oh, okay, I can do whatever I want."
Exactly, and once Oddberry recognized that they could just do whatever they wanted, things really fell apart, right? Because Afiyan's defense wasn't holding up to all the mix-ups. Got opened up by countless overheads, and that time with the low after all the overheads that opened up prior, just really kept them guessing the entire time.
Yeah.
Oh my god, look at that.
Yeah, and Oddberry is doing now what they did in the third round, which is essentially just, I'm going to give you the ticker-tat parade, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, a calling out with the anti-air super. Put you in the corner. Oh, my goodness gracious.
Another one. How about another one? Yeah, there we go. There's the sweep. And with that, Oddberry 3-0 over Afiyan does set up Oddberry versus Killjoy as a second round match for us. That one will be a good one. Afiyan with that loss, moving down to the lower bracket, going to be taking on Catfish. So one of those two will be advancing deeper into the bracket here today.
Yeah, what I'm kind of excited about seeing in this bracket a little bit later is who actually advances from Afiyan and Catfish. Because, again, we're talking about players that obviously have the skill to punch it into top 8 for this tournament, but not necessarily to take on those brand names of the SGC, right? But to get a dub here would be a nice little way to go out. Something to tell the kids.
Exactly, and don't forget the prize pool, right? Like every place you place higher,
exactly.
You get basically double your prize winnings. So very big opportunity for those players there. But coming up next, we got Dario versus Big Lomi. Are you familiar with these guys, Kai?
Not enough to be able to predict who is going to take it here, unfortunately. I do know that these are, obviously, when you can call out names you've seen doing consistent tournament performances, you say, okay, I expect them to win. These two are really going to tell the tale to us inside of this match, right? The adaptation is because again, you say if we don't know them necessarily that well, then they probably don't know each other that well. Again, just throwing that out there.
I like
which means
that
the adaptation is going to be something that we really want to focus on. So I think they're going to have their game plan, and then they're going to be able to adapt it. That's going to be our winner there. I'm a little excited to see exactly whose game plan falls apart first, and if they're able to pick it up and hold it higher.
Well, Dario here, 22 years of age, fairly young player as well, as we've seen across this bracket so far. Location, United States, not Mexico this time. Check him out on social, Dario OFG. Let's see how Dario's been doing in this qualifier so far. 6-2, 75% win rate. That's a pretty good statistic
That is
to have.
pretty good.
Yeah, that's a pretty high one there. So, not a bad place to be. Got the Filia represented here as well. Also going to be running an Annie or the Team Fuqua Filia with Annie as well.
Yeah, and then, of course, we got Big Lomi coming out of Alberta, 20 years old. Man, oh, man, can you drink Canada at that age? I don't know. We're going to see exactly how many wins and losses they got here. One of the interesting things about Big Lomi is that they actually have placed in Skullbats, which is a sort of a smaller event that they do, sort of a social club, if you will, just to get together and try to compete and sort of match one another against each other. Lower win rate, probably got some buys during the qualifying tournament. But again, we're talking third in Skullbats means has played other players with the intent of winning and taking it as seriously as possible. I don't know whose proven performance in this regard is really giving the edge. I'm not giving the edge to anybody because I don't know. But I mean, if you've been in Skullbats, that already clues you into the idea that they know they're trying to improve, trying to get better, playing with serious players that can take them out. And if they're getting third in an event like that, that's some pedigree to me.
I feel like you're just leaning towards him because he's got the Beowulf on the team there, Kai. I saw the picture. I know what's happening.
Don't even know what you're talking about. It's absurd.
Well, let's talk about the team matchup, perhaps, right? Because the interesting thing is that both of these players list their teams as duos with an alternate as the trio, right? So you've got Beoban on one side for Big Lomi, and you've got Filia Annie for Dario there. And they go to the third, and you got the Beobella band, which is a pretty classic team, right? And then you've got the Fuqua Filia Annie for Dario. So it seems like they have both. They both have pretty competitive teams. What do you think about them in regards to just a general game plan from the characters?
It's kind of interesting because when you say those two trios, I think it speaks to the philosophy of play, right? So Beoban is that classic. It's kind of the evergreen set play ideology, and Cerebella only adds to that, adds a little bit of that extra cayenne pepper to that standard like shell, right? It's Beobella Band is something you'll see a lot now if you want to play that way, and the same thing with Fuqua, Filia, and Annie. We're talking about characters that take to the air with either double jumps or dashes, or and people that can DHC well and get those quick hits with nice big normals. So I would say it's kind of a striker's gameplay versus the I want to put you into the vortex gameplay. And obviously, if you're Filia, you do it both.
Definitely. But here we go. We're into the first one, and they both start off running the duos. Oh boy, happy birthday for me!
Oh no! Oh, that was a close one.
Oh yeah, very close one. Oh my goodness, and right now it's all Dario.
Out of on Dizzy, nice, didn't burst. Oh! That's a good DP. Throws the chair.
DP assist is great.
Oh! Not enough armor. Oh, that's getting blocked. Goodbye. A lot of red life coming off here.
Man, that DP assist.
Dario's in control.
Yeah, Big Band's not going to like this matchup regardless. Oh, boy.
Getting 3 meters spent here. Nice.
Ooh,
hey,
boy.
Beautiful. And had to do it at the very end there because on Dizzy would be triggered, so you wanted to wait till the last possible moment to squeeze in that damage. Very good play from Dario. I think, let's just break down what we saw because it was pretty one-sided. Dario does know what they want to do immediately. So that's the caliber of player we're talking about, right? It's kind of hard to guess, right? In the first level of the bracket, qualifying in a bit of a smaller tournament, you don't always know if that person is going to be absolutely consistent. But it looks like Dario has no complications in the game plan, knows exactly what the winner do. I will say, though, drop to happy birthday. So it didn't really matter, but dropping happy birthday, you don't do that. You only get one opportunity.
I mean, the thing that was kind of fortunate about it was that was the very beginning of the game, right? So it just starts. You find Happy Birthday. That's like a great moment for you as a player. You're like, all right, this is fantastic, fantastic start. And the other side of that, you know that the other player's concerned, like, oh my goodness, I got Happy Birthday immediately. That's how I'm starting off this entire tournament set. That's my tournament run beginning here in top 8. You know, so that's like it's something they got to work through. But obviously, the pressure was working out there. The affiliate pressure. Of course, the Annie DP assist was finding its mark time and time again. So those are things that are going to have to change if Dario or Big Lomi wants to survive that.
Yeah, Big Lomi attempted to use Beowulf's chairless crouch heavy punch to get the armor in there, but the thing is, it's really not that much armor. The chances of you muscling through with that move is... It's not like one of those free armored moves, right? It's not one of those moves where I'm going to throw it out, I'm going to beat every strike that comes my way. It's a calculated armor move. It's
right.
And that was not a good calculation. That was
not
the right time. You were getting actually just smushed with an assist plus Philia on top of that. That was a high-risk armor move to use there. It did not work out.
Exactly, and as you called it, like, you know, this is like a striker team, right? So they're striking, they're using their air mobility to try to find openings, and they kept that pressure on. And on the other side, you know, if you're running that Vortex team, you really got to get something started to start the Vortex, and we never really got to see that opportunity come for Big Lomi, right? So hopefully for Big Lomi in the second game, we can get something started, because that's generally how I've always seen the Bayo band go, right? Like, if they don't get anything started, it's just a blow-up. But once they find one hit, one opening, then we're in there. Here we go. Game 2.
Oh, okay. Bit of a lobby crash. And that's okay. And that's okay.
I love how Bayo falls off the chair there. You see Annie just pulling her hair out. Or is that Philia? I'm not really sure. I think it might have been Philia. But yeah.
I wanted to call it something that I saw in the last round that I think was kind of important and speaks to the mind frame. At the very end there, when you were getting pressure in the corner and you had your chair on you, you tossed it at a moment when the pressure was already off. That Philia had already actually backed up into something of about a 3/4 range, just kind of backing off, almost in anticipation of a move happening, right? And that's what happened. You gave away that chair, which gave away your invincible DP, even though it was ill-advised. And I think that was sort of, I don't know what you would call it in the professional sports world, but it's kind of like the mental stack traffic jam. Right, where the thing you wanted to do 4 seconds ago only just caught up with your fingers, and you're like, it's time to DP! Invincible reversal! But the moment had long since passed, unfortunately, and so the DP it hit nothing, and like I said, you gave away the resource of an invincible reversal without spinning meters. So unfortunate there, and again, I think it speaks to that momentum had already shifted fully against them, and so all they could do was just try something, and it didn't work out. Getting that set play going next time is going to be hypercritical.
Right, and just an update, you know, we didn't get to see the lobby that time, but Dario did take the second game, so Dario is up 2-0 there. Big Lomi, as you mentioned, you know, needs to pull something together here, find that set play, and find a way to get it started. But, you know, I love those moments that you called out there, right, where you meant to do something earlier in the match, and you know you're supposed to do it, so you kind of just, like, react to it later, like, I need to do this move, and it comes out later. Or sometimes, a lot of times, players, they tried to do it, and it didn't come out correctly for them, so then they input it again afterwards.
Immediately try to do it. That is such a classic, like, you're taken out of your mental strength. You're like, when you're out of your zone, that happens all the time. I've done it myself. I've been big band in the corner trying to hit beat extend. I'm trying to clap him. I'm trying to get him. It's not working. I'm going to keep mashing it. It's not working. I'm getting reset. And you know what? Total composure break. Total composure.
Of course. I mean, you know, especially with DP sort of moves, you kind of have that thing of like, it didn't work, but it has invincibility. So if I do it again, it might just work anyway. Right? So it
by then
you're flopping your hand.
You're flopping that joystick all over the place. It's not going to work. You're totally done.
Exactly. So definitely, I think that's one of the marks of like the top players when those kind of instances happen where things don't go the way they meant for it to go. The idea that they had in their mind they didn't get to do, they just drop it. And I feel like that's a skill you learn as you compete across games, just to let things go once you've missed that opportunity, once you've missed that moment in time. Because so many new players, it's just this habit you see time and time again where they're like, I want to do this thing, so I'm going to do this thing, you know, and that's it. Like, I don't care about the game plan anymore. I want to do this, so I'm going to do it. And it almost never works out correctly.
No, and like you said, top players, the level of composure that you have when you've played enough and you're not scared or worried or nervous or anything like that anymore, and you're just executing the game plan you want, is you start to free up that traffic jam, right? Everything, your thoughts are able to be delivered in the moment. I think I want to do this, I do it. It didn't work. That thought is gone. That thought is gone. I'm now looking at the situation as it exists in the current moment, and now I'm developing a new thing I want to do. So your mind keeps track with the gameplay. Newer players, or even just players that are really good but on the back foot and have the disadvantage, often will find themselves in that time where they just, I gotta do the thing I was thinking. That would have worked 6 seconds ago, and I'm about to get reset again. I'll try that exact same thing. Yeah. It happens, but almost never to the benefit of the person doing it.
Well, it looks like we do have an update for you guys. Here is the bracket. Dario does take the set 3-0. We had some issues obviously connected to the lobby for spectator client, but Dario will be staying on the upper bracket. Big Lomi sent down below. And also down below, you can see Catfish did get the victory over Afiyan. So Catfish with that 3-0 there moves ahead. Past 7th place, now into 5th place guaranteed. Afiyan out at 7th place. Thanks for playing.
Yeah, I actually didn't know it would go 3-0, but that is kind of what I was suspecting. Haven't seen both Catfish and Afiyan play against better players. Catfish definitely seems to have more fight in them versus the Afiyan situation where it was just solo character getting kind of blown up. Catfish probably just had more offensive pressure in that one. I'd be very interested to see it. Catfish, if you're listening right now, tag me on Twitter. Say how you won. I'd be very interested to know. Man, it's cool that Dario was able to move on. I think in the match we did get to see, again, the gameplay, the plan there was so tight on Dario's side versus Lomi that seemed to be a little bit scattered and not able to make it work. I would have to guess that that's probably what happened the remainder of those matches. But hey, congrats to Dario for moving on, and Big Lomi's still got a couple chances here coming up. I'm excited for Clawmaster versus PME. I think I already know who's going to take it, but I was really impressed with Clawmaster at Combo Breaker. Clawmaster is a sort of a community figure who tweets out tournaments and tries to be there to make sure everyone's informed. Really one of those salt of the earth characters, right? The glue that holds together some information. But I think I passively wrote off Clawmaster as a community figure more than a player. But then at Combo Breaker, they managed to get around off Triviality.
That's huge.
Who is one of the best to do it right now. So even if Triv wasn't warm, that doesn't matter. Claw took a clean round off of somebody who would dust almost any existing player. So that's
especially running a squiggly too.
Yeah, that's pretty impressive. A 5-2 coming up here, so nothing to sneeze at. Clawmaster will have to play out of this world to beat PME. PME's a proven performer.
I mean, but if you can get around off a Triv, you can get around off of anyone, basically, right? But here you have PME out of New Jersey, 28 years of age. We got some older players out here finally. You know, we had all these 20 and 22-year-olds. Let's see the older generation still fighting as well. PME, though, 5-0 so far throughout these qualifiers. 100% win rate. That's pretty darn good. Can be running the fortunes and probably a pain wheel there as well. But yes, should be a very exciting one. And I'm excited to see how Clawmaster does here against PME.
Yeah, I'm a little interested to know if this is less for now and more for the future. PME is a player who understands what it takes to win, right? PME, to me, it's not famously, but it always sticks out in my mind. There was a point when PME was one of many good intermediate to expert level players. Those players that couldn't quite crest themselves into those high-level matches, always barely making it a top 8, stuff like that. And then I feel like in a very short amount of time, about 6 months, PME really devoted himself to learning the game. This is several years back now, and so he's been a performer for some time. But it was just so impressive to see somebody say, no, I want to be better. I'm going to be better. I'm going to devote myself to it. I've always been just so impressed with PME's ability to learn and apply. Not just learn, not just know, not just I know the frame data, not just I know how it's supposed to go, but make the brain talk to the fingers and make it happen.
No, and that's such a huge deal across like anything in life that you want to get better at, right? You really have to devote yourself and dedicate your time to really honing your craft. So shout out to PME for doing so. And this is something that happens across all top players, I feel like. There's no top player that you'll see out here in any tournament where they just happen to be good and be like, yeah, I make top 3. I didn't even know what I did. I didn't even try. That never happens. It's always some dedication where the player sat down and really decided as a mental thing, like, I'm going to try to do everything correctly. I'm going to make myself better in all of these situations. I'm going to optimize everything I can and make myself the best version of myself possible for these tournaments. And so definitely a lot of respect goes out to any player who's able to do so. And the best part about it to me is that it always seems to pay off in some way, right? Like, you see PME here, like, he's a favorite today because of putting that time and that dedication in the past, right? And it's not something that just easily goes away once you do it.
So I think the most recent big performance that was close to taking it would be Frosty. Right? So Frosty was a second-place performance for PME. Couldn't quite make it over to Kill Sage. And even though PME did well at Combo Breaker, it wasn't second place. It wasn't this close. So today, I think PME is definitely hungry to punch that free ticket. I mean, come on, $3,000, free money. Oh man, we're going to Las Vegas on that kind of motivation. So I hope to see it. Clawmaster is. Here's what we saw with the Triv match at Combo Breaker. Clawmaster came out immediately, whereas Triv was waiting to see some data. I actually think that's probably what you want to do here. Don't play back and let PME take the lead. You've got to lead this tango if you want to take it. You've got to come out swinging. You've got to kind of pull, like a Marciano, right? You've got to be like, I'm just going to keep my head down and I'm going to swing. I'm going to go to town. And, hopefully your chin holds out.
And, honestly, I feel like a lot of times, whether it's in real fighting or in fighting games, a lot of times the underdog comes out a little too cautious, right? And they don't really test the stronger player, the more known player with their defense. And I think that that's something you really have to do. So I totally agree with you. I think that Clawmaster needs to come out swinging. See if your offense can break down the opponent's defense, in this case PME's. And if I remember correctly, I think PME loves to start like a fiber upper. So you gotta be watching out for those.
Certainly not afraid to fiber up at round start.
Right, and then cover with an assist and jump into the air afterwards. We'll see, but you gotta be careful of that. But outside of that, you gotta find your opening. And the Squiggly Big Band team from Clawmaster is a very fun one as well. That's not a team that I'm used to seeing as well. So I'm very curious to see how you combine those two characters together.
Yeah. Clawmaster's pretty good about using Big Band in the way that you might guess, right? So Squiggly relies on building stance charges so they can do the stancels and all those things that are really impressive and core to the character. But you don't have unlimited time to do that unless, of course, you've got an A-Train or a big punch ready to go. You give yourself time. It's almost kind of using it in a non-traditional set play kind of manner, which is how Big Band most often gets used. This sort of the incredible power and utility of A-Train sort of cemented that assist in character's place in the meta for years as something you can always count on. All reliable, right?
No, most certainly. And so, obviously, on the other side, for PME, you already know the rush down is coming. So, when you have a character as big as Big Band, it's going to be a little scary, a little hard to deal with, I think. But, he's got the parry for a reason, right? And I feel like I don't see it enough. I feel like people with Big Band, especially when they're getting pressured, they don't want to risk the parry. Because the game is so fast that, it's so easy to guess incorrectly with the parry or try to react to something that's too fast to react to. So we'll see what happens. I'm curious about how the matchup goes down. But they are loaded to the lobby, guys. They are trying to get it squared. Hopefully the Spectator Clan works out for us here, because this is definitely a matchup that I want to see.
Oh, yeah. So what's really cool is whenever I think of PME, I think of another boxing reference, right? I think of the moment when a boxer said he doesn't fight by the book, but I got hit by a library tonight. And that's kind of what I think about PME is he doesn't fight by the book. He fights by the library. PME is a knowledge player. PME knows what is going to work. PME knows the result of what you're going to do because PME took the time to learn it all, pored over the ancient manuals, understands the frame data, the interactions between hits. It is a very rare occurrence that something happens on screen that PME does not know what to do to follow up on it. I feel like when PME is playing at his best, you could hit him from full screen with a crouch light kick somehow. It's just going to work because he knew it would happen. It's almost like PME is the kind of player that will sure you can adults him doing crouch heavy, right?
Yeah.
When the hands go out, he knew you were going to do that. Oh, right. And he's just going to get you. That's how
why
he
the
knows.
uppercut was there.
Right. He knows you're going to do it, and he knows the result. It's a beautiful place.
All right, well, looks like we're into it now. Clawmaster with that duo, the Squiggly and the Big Man. Find the first hits here.
Very nice, and this is what you got to do. Clawmaster's got to just go to town. Uh-oh. Okay, good GAC.
Right.
Way to get out. Oh! Okay. We're out.
Yeah, okay. It looked a lot scarier for a moment. But here comes the pain now in the corner.
Ran out.
Oh my gosh.
And the super's going to finish it. Oh no, does the super!
Wow, she survives. And raw tag ban. Squiggly can stay alive a little bit longer.
Oh, that was good. Good thing you did not try to DP there. Oh!
Power!
I thought. Okay, watch for the assist. Nice, good layer of the pressure there. Worked exactly as he knew it would.
Well, get down. Where are we going from here? Yeah, double DAC. Just one? Not enough?
Quite enough. Oh!
Just do it?
Okay. That's okay. Just go
Smart.
ball, makes it safe.
Oh! I thought they had the hit.
Oh my.
And that will be the dead Squiggly. Head drone's locked and loaded.
Oh
Man,
no!
tried.
Oh no! Basically, was just gonna chip him out anyway with the kitten missiles coming into play there. Oh man! So that move, so what I've always loved about Robo putting the head in the ground is how the hitbox interaction works. It is essentially a comboable DP because it almost always trades. They jump in, they try to hit you, and then they land on the mine, which makes the combo after the trade happen. It's such a weird move. It's like the anti-DP, where it has some of the same properties, but it has none of the same properties, yet the results are in line with that. It's such a cool move. And it's always, like, it feels like robbery. It feels like daylight robbery every time.
It's awesome. It's perfect. But yeah, it started off pretty good there at that time for Clawmaster. Had the early combo, had the early life lead. But what really went wrong there? Because I feel like the second half of that round was all PME.
And the problem is that I don't think Clawmaster did probably what we were thinking needed to happen, which is to be aggressive, come out early and go. I think that to the detriment of perhaps setting up the game plan that would have set those dominoes in motion, right? So the dominoes is get that first character, then they have their incoming, right? So that puts you at an advantage. Sure. Unfortunately, the situation that leads to that rolling momentum never happened. And the other part of it is it's really hard to get that sense of rolling momentum on a player like PME. PME is not like, oh no, I'm so weirded out by what's happening on screen. How will I ever recover? That's not what PME does. And so I think what we just saw was the differential between the solidity and execution of a game plan difference between those two players. Even though Clawmaster is quite good at this game, PME almost has no cracks.
No, exactly. And I feel like if that first character had been taken out, it would have been a different story. But unfortunately, could not find it. And right now, back into game 2. Seemed to pick up where we left off in game 1.
Yeah, so the Happy Birthday didn't go quite as far as we wanted, thank goodness. But unfortunately, finding himself in the corner. Not good, the low works. Going to build up like a bunch of meter on this one. One more reset, I imagine.
Oh yeah, it's going to be coming soon.
Oh, just drops. Oh, no! Wow. Oh, okay. Tough pressure.
An opening. That's a chasing land.
Nice! Gets it on both characters. That's a lot of life. You needed that. You needed that. Oh, you did need that.
Still got to build up some meter here. Oh my gosh, got clipped by the beam. Wow, just do it. No fear.
hey, we don't have supers like that to not use them.
Exactly. But now again, out of meter.
Oh.
Wow. Get all the way up there for the grab, and now here comes the combo.
Yeah, more than enough here.
Very, very nice. Didn't even need a reset. Smart stuff from PME to go up 2-0 so far in this best of 5. First to 3, of course. So looking pretty sharp here. Not really looking phased at all. It seems like there are small moments for Clawmaster, but other than that, it's nothing really to really get that momentum rolling.
So one of the great things about a truly skilled and knowledgeable player, right? Not even sort of like the natural talents, right? The young guns, those players, but a player like PME where it's based on the lineage of self-teaching and self-improvement and knowing all of these things and how the game works, is that you will find yourself in situations where you are convinced this is your opening, but it's a big trap. It is a huge trap. That was not your opening. That was his opening that he made you think was your opening. There were a couple moments like that where it seemed like Clawmaster sensed it was his time. It was most assuredly not.
Well, let's see if he can find his actual openings this time around. Final game
nice
situation.
anti-air.
Anti-air is great there. Oh my goodness. Yikes.
That was unfortunate. It speaks a little bit to the desperation they're coming in on. Looking at losing 3 in a row. I think Clawmaster just tried to DP. The classic, I'm going to DP if you're in my face. Oh no! That was a drop. That was just a flat-out drop.
That was huge. That is a bad drop to have. And now it's just up for the big band. And just the bar to work with here, not good.
That's enough. Gonna build 3 meters here. Now he's gonna finish out with some stylish action.
Yikes.
Beautiful install combos. PME looking even more confident in those ones. So again, Clawmaster is the kind of player that could definitely put up a fight. Not going down without swinging, but man, oh man. PME is not joking around today.
Of course, man. That was very, very good stuff. PME, as you mentioned, probably the favorite to make it throughout this tournament. But still, I think the bracket's still really scary above, right? You still got Killjoy up there. You still got Odd up there too as well. So a lot of crazy stuff to come here today. But of course, if you guys want to be involved in these tournaments, make sure you guys sign up. Compete.playstation.com. That's where you guys can find out where you can enter these tournaments and get more information as well. So sign up and get involved at compete.playstation.com. And of course, guys, there's been a lot of action, but we still have more to come, right? 10 years into Skullgirls so far, Kai, and it's time, of course, for the first ever season pass featuring 4 new DLC characters. Let's take a look back at some of this action, though. This was PME versus Clawmaster, and man, this was the early start from Clawmaster. We saw, we're like, all right, this is what we wanted, right? Early aggression, find the opening, deal some damage. But this right here is where things just turned around. As soon as that happened, it was over. Like, I felt like everything was PME, all the openings fell apart, and it's so hard for Clawmaster to even find any more openings.
Yeah, and we saw that conversion several times. It's the tried and true. When H-Beam goes out there from Robo, it's multi-hitting and gives plenty of time for really clean conversions for skilled players. And of course, we saw the non-DP trade from putting the mine in the ground. Pretty much, again, it's just all these things that are key and core components of playing these characters correctly. We saw again and again, armored, standing heavy punch. None of this stuff is crazy. It's the stuff you mine from the earth. It is the iron that powers industry. It is just the stuff that's gonna work.
Yeah, without a doubt. PME, as you mentioned, studied, of course. You're not gonna expect any less from them. But just total control here. Never really phased, despite having early losses in life. It always seemed to be this case. When Squiggly was eliminated first, he's up to the band, and the band just had so much pressure coming from the Fortune or the Pain Wheel that it was just so hard to get through.
That ending was kind of interesting because almost getting to 3 meter, there was the opportunity to simply finish the combo, go into level 1 and level 3 DHC, but PME actually had to choose to want to go into the install combo instead. So that's kind of fun.
Well, there you have it. PME advancing, going to be going up against Dario next. Dario is the one that we didn't really get to see a lot of with the Spectre Clan, but that one should be a fun one as well. Killjoy, Oddberry above them. So that is our winner's side of the bracket. And then down below you see Catfish won their first match, but Clawmaster will be going up against Big Lomi to see who makes it further into the bracket down there as well.
Yeah, definitely rooting for Clawmaster. I think Claw can take Big Lomi. Big Lomi was not the biggest slouch, but I mean, Clawmaster put up kind of a good fight against PME, so I think Clawmaster may be able to make something of a loser's run for the next couple matches. We'll see exactly if fortune favors the Clawmaster. I think everybody who's looking at this bracket, though, should be very excited for Killjoy and Oddberry. It's probably going to be our not first 3-0 of the night.
Of course, guys, and you know, now of course, guys, as we were mentioning, 10 years of Skullgirls, so which means, of course, it's time for the first ever season pass. You know, you've got Annie already available, you got Umbrella already available, Black Dahlia's coming up as well. Skullgirls has that best-in-class GGPO rollback netcode, which everyone is already enjoying. And the big news that we've been revealing today, of course, is that at the EVO main event in Las Vegas, the final Season 1 pass character will be revealed. So make sure you guys are tuning in for that. We got to take a short break, guys. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more FTC Arcade Summer Community Series action for Skullgirls after this.
I'll handle this one personally. What fun! This is how it's done. Farewell! Who was she again? Coming soon to Skullgirls Second Encore and Skullgirls Mobile.
welcome back everyone to the PlayStation Tournaments FGC Arcade Summer Community Series for Skullgirls. We're back here with Kai. We have had some crazy matches to start off this tournament today. In fact, there's been, I think, nothing but 3-0s across the board to start off the tournament.
Yeah, it's been quite the rock and roll show. It's been very one-sided, except in a few matches where it was a little deceptive. People did fight back, but man, oh man, this is quite the rambunctious first series of matches, if you will. I think one we're coming up on just now, Killjoy versus Oddberry, is going to be our first not 3-0 of the night. I'm very excited for it. I think we had some people in the chat feel that Oddberry was a clear favorite. I'm going to disagree. I'm going to disagree that I think Killjoy has this one. I don't think Oddberry is bad by any means. We've seen Oddberry really knock it out of the park in some high-profile matches. But, man, I think KJ's got that proven performance of placing really highly in big tournaments. So even though I think Oddberry's going to get some action, I think Killjoy's going to take it. Let's see if Oddberry throws it back in my face.
I mean, that's what we love to see, right? But that is going to be the match coming up next, guys. KJ versus Oddberry. Both these players, of course, coming off of 3-0s, as we've seen so far. But chat, let us know who you think is going to win. Do you guys think it's going to be Killjoy? Do you guys think it's going to be Oddberry? We know some of you guys definitely feel it's going to be Oddberry, but we'll see what the actual numbers show once you guys click that number in the poll. So make sure you guys go and do that in the chat right now. But personally, Kai, I think that Oddberry looked very strong early. Killjoy looked great as well. But wow, look at the results. Oddberry, 85%. From the chat, think so, huh? Okay.
Yeah, they seem to be very one-sided about this, so we'll see exactly if you're going to lose your shirt on this bet there, chat.
It could be. And, I've done quite a few of these PlayStation tournament events. Kai, let me tell you, Chad is wrong quite a bit. So we'll see what happens. But they're right sometimes as well. But I do think this is going to be a very competitive matchup. I do agree with you. I think this will be the first one that is not a 3-0. And I hope that's what we get out of it. But you never know, right? Sometimes, especially with Skullgirls, when the ball gets rolling, the momentum just builds up and people get steamrolled. So we will see.
Yeah, so I think Oddberry is... What I'm very interested to see, rather, is how Oddberry's choice of assists works against KJ. So as far as I know, KJ doesn't have any inordinate amount of experience against Umbrella, and I'm not sure that's going to matter necessarily, because I think KJ is the caliber of player where just a tiny little quirk in the gameplay is not going to take them apart. But I do think it's one of those things that can make all the difference in a close match. So we'll see exactly, is the assist game something that is going to throw a new element into that matchup, or is it not going to be a factor at all?
Well, let's find out. KJ versus Oddberry, game 1 underway now. Billy versus Fuko to start things out. No grab.
Whoa!
There we go.
This can be a kill if they want it to be.
I think they're going to want it to be. Oh, yeah.
Oh, misses the throw on incoming, or it might have just been a little bit of trickery. Oh, puts him right back in the corner. My goodness, jumping light punch, the chop to end all chops. Great move.
Yeah, that air to her is so fast. Oh boy, get back in his corner.
Not going to build enough meter, though. Got to go for the reset, and very nice. Stomps on him. You are the little sister. I'll have you know your place.
Oh, we got the armor that time. Hearts out.
Nice, and of course, with the install, we got air dashes. Oh, very nice other side.
Oh boy, other side again. Nice stuff.
Oh no! Punish, punish. Oh, couldn't quite get there. Jumps on the other side. Lots of meter here.
Oh yeah, and that is a ton
nice,
of
and the
damage.
conversion completely worked.
Beautiful.
There's the reset.
Oh, doesn't matter though.
Unexpected.
Just hold that up forward. Get out of here. Oh, what? Another cross?
Nice. Still not going to be the level 3. We're talking so many resets necessary here. Spent meter to make that work too. Okay, finally doesn't work out, and we're jabbing out of there.
Yeah, good defense there by KJ. Block the overhead. If they were down back in that instance, that could have been bad news. But smart stuff. Holds on. Gets the first game.
Okay, and the interplay there was exactly what we were hoping to see, where there were scramble situations where it did not go the way you think it did, and the momentum didn't just stay one-sided. Oddberry put in a very good fight there. I was actually surprised to see how that first one went. I thought we might see a bit of a KJ out front situation, Oddberry adapting, but in reality, KJ did not have a firm grip on that one. It was a little bit squirrely, actually. It was a little bit slippery, kind of it was jumping around a little bit on that, and I think Oddberry could turn it around in this next round, just be a little, what's the right way to put this? Not passive, but he's got to find an aggressive way to get KJ off. Get off, and then it's my turn.
Let's see if Oddberry can find a way to do that. I was very impressed with just the Robo comeback at the end there. You know, it looked really dire for a moment, but the Robo really kept Oddberry into it. And Oddberry finding the first hits this time around. Wow, caught the assist.
Oh! So Killjoy, yeah, definitely half the life gone from Fuku right now, but it's hardly going to matter getting this kill right here and now.
Yikes. Filia's out
And
here.
fresh character in.
Wow, great defense. But got caught in the assist.
Oh, the same side. I was here all along.
Good tech on the throw and incoming.
Gonna be able to hit? Yes.
TP, yes, trade.
Oh, all this action trading. Nice. And, of course, we're going to get the explosion in the corner. Oh, okay, that's still safe. Didn't do the most with it, though.
Armor works out again.
That's still spending so much meter in these situations where you're spending it right after the first hit and you're not giving yourself a lot of resources for later.
That's a
Big
point,
uphill
especially
battle,
with
just
Robo.
like we saw last time.
Gonna block there. There's the punish.
Excellent guard cancel. Excellent quick block guard cancel into punish for the character kill. Oh, the
Didn't
drop!
Oh my gosh, that is disaster. And KJ makes them pay 2-0 with that lead. That was a disastrous drop. Disaster.
Skedaddle, skedoodle. My fingers are noodles. Didn't finish the combo. Did not finish the combo. That is such a heartbreaker because you were about to find yourself in a situation where it was a one-on-one to finish out that round.
Right.
Oddberry just dropped the combo. That's one of those moments. It's never good to drop, but that was an absolute game-changing moment. Finishing for the kill would have put that Fuku on incoming.
Right.
In a situation where it's one-on-one with bunches of opportunities and then squandered.
Yep. And the Undizzy was low. Probably didn't need to use meter to finish the combo and get the kill anyway. So could have had the meter for the incoming as well. That was a really rough drop to have. But here we go. Dropping to solo Filia for game 3 here is Oddberry. Filia is getting opened up a little bit. Oh boy. Oh boy. Not a good start.
Not at all. Okay, that was a bit of a desperation hairball out of the corner. Okay, we're out. I mean, you've got a lot of red life to get back. You just get that hit. Oh, got the hit.
Uh-huh. Hey.
Be gone. Nice.
Give me
And
that
all of a
health
sudden, we're
back.
competitive again. Gets the hit. Okay, we've got so much on Dizzy. There's going to be a lot of, like, ticky-tack resets. Be gone again. I want
Wow,
this original
again?
character back. Oh! Ah!
Oh, no.
A lot of meter on Killjoy's part.
What?
Out. We're out. We're out.
Good,
nice, good
That's a
hit.
dead character. Went for the
Oh,
grab,
you
got
won't
caught.
chop me.
She's over to. Oh my god!
The soldier's in the back. And the chop works that time, building up the meter to get the kill here. Let's see it.
It looks like it's gonna be enough. That
Yeah.
will do it. Killjoy
jeez.
3-0.
Jeez, I think
Over.
the dip switch is on his stick obviously malfunctioned because he pressed down repeatedly there.
Repeatedly. It
Repeatedly.
must be malfunctioning. Yeah.
It's clearly a break, and look at that look at it between. Said, yeah, it just flickered. No, man, Oddberry put up a great fight in the last one. Paradoxically, when given less options, Oddberry made the most of it and got some really clean hits in there, including the very clutch snap to get life back, and then the snap back out to get the low life character back in. But I think that really just repeats the same adage as the other 2 rounds. Too much meter spent, not enough efficiency. Just like the combo drop in the corner round 2, the efficiency of knowing what you should go into. Crouching light punch, or rather standing light punch with a little thing comes out of her mouth, wasn't going to work on a character who had been knocked to the ground at that point. It may be character specific or not. The thing is, Oddberry also had enough room in the combo system to do a move that would have worked. So, again, it's just really super unfortunate to see that there. I don't... consistency and efficiency. Yeah, that was the difference.
Yeah. I totally agree. The meter expenditure that we saw from Oddberry throughout was just like, it seemed like why to cash in as soon as possible always, right? And then, of course, the time when they needed to hit the combo without cashing in is when the drop happened. So just a lot of unfortunate instances that just didn't work out for Oddberry there.
Right there. Again, knocking them away right before the super goes off, essentially completely wasting the potential of that. Again, it's kind of like the inverse PME in my opinion, where PME is a player that has learned with great effort and time what thing is going to happen at any given moment. Whereas Oddberry seemed, there were a bunch of times when Oddberry wasn't sure what was going to happen, and then the thing they chose to do, unfortunately, just didn't work. It's a real heartbreaker because I think Oddberry is a really good player and just couldn't make it happen.
Yeah, and it looks like this was the combo, right?
Yeah. So again, standing light punch does not have a particularly low hitbox, so I really don't know what Oddberry was thinking.
Yeah, that was a crucial drop. And this looked good though for that moment, right? That snap there, give me the health back, get the character dead. But then the Parasol found the one opening necessary, built up the meter during the combo, and that was that. Cash it in, got it.
Oh man, so really excellent performance from Killjoy, moving on 3 over Oddberry. We're going to see who between Dario and PME goes up to meet in that winner's final.
Exactly, but that is a big deal. Killjoy with that win does secure a top 3 finish guaranteed. That's always a big deal out here. And as you mentioned, waiting for the winner between Dario and PME, which will be our next match. And look at that down below, Clawmaster 3-1 over Big Lomi. Big Lomi putting the 1 on the board so we don't have 3 zeros across this entire bracket here. But it will be Clawmaster advancing, which means that it's Oddberry versus Clawmaster down in the lower bracket to get to top 4.
Yeah, man. I'm crushed that we don't get to see that one because I'd be very interested to see exactly how Oddberry and Clawmaster work out. Clawmaster is sort of a player that plays above their level. And Oddberry, I'm sorry to say, don't take it the wrong way, but it seemed like you were playing below your level. I've seen you play before, Oddberry, and that I think something was up. You know, you weren't doing your absolute best on that one, and Clawmaster might be able to capitalize on a slightly off night for Oddberry. I don't know. Oddberry is pretty darn good, but Clawmaster could also do it. Man, again, I wish we could see that one.
Right, and of course, you know, sometimes coming off a loss, right? You get that loss, you're still thinking about it, and then you go down to the lower bracket, you're not playing your best either. So good luck to Oddberry in that one. But coming up next, we do have Dario versus PME, and PME looking very strong. Dario, you know, we didn't really get to see a lot with the lobby stuff earlier. But chat, let us know what you guys think. Who do you think is going to take this, right? Is it Dario with that rush down that we saw earlier, or is it going to be PME? I feel like the chat's probably going to lean towards PME a little bit on this one. Yeah, a little bit.
You'd have to have some pretty long odds to put money down on Dario in this situation. I mean, we're looking at the guy who is probably going to laser his way all the way through there to grand finals. So I don't think chat's wrong on this one.
Right. 91% is a pretty darn high poll result. I'll tell you, that's the highest I've ever seen out here at PlayStation tournaments. So good luck to Dario in this one. I mean, it seems like the chat thinks you're going to need it, but we also know the chat's been wrong. We just saw them wrong a second ago, Dario, so don't give up just yet, right? Prove them all wrong, basically, is what I'm saying here.
Exactly. Polls? I don't listen to polls.
Exactly. But here we go, guys. Dario versus PME, and they're in it already. Let's go.
Get out of here.
Already?
That was
got in here.
That was interesting.
Interesting snap, right? Like, whoa. One to the Annie? I'm not gonna deal with this DP assist, maybe?
Oh, nice. Lasers through the crescent. Oh, good push. Oh, crescent saves the day. When doesn't it save the day?
It's always there. It's so darn big.
I mean, Dario's doing a good job not doing what most people do against PME, which is immediately explode.
He's got it down back for a bit. You won't immediately explode. That's the strategy right now.
Being pretty chill right now, Brood.
Oh my god,
All right.
clipped.
Good, good, good. 69 skull seconds, nice.
Make him earn it. Good block in the armor. Do we get a Punisher? No.
Gonna be able to block. Gonna be able to block. Yep. You are immediately able to act after that install.
Oh, same side. That was beautiful.
Oh no! I don't even know
That
if
was a
PME thought
bait,
that was
right?
gonna happen necessarily, but that was pretty sexy.
That was pretty sick. And the jump back. Wow. All right. Nicely done, PME. I think PME knew it was going to detonate right then. You don't think so?
You know what? Again, I've been saying PME knows what's going to happen, so
Yeah.
I guess I have to be consistent with that and say probably knew that was going to be. Either you were going to be down backing, eat it for the plus frames, or you were just going to run into it pressing a reprisal.
Right.
Either way, PME a winner B.
Exactly. PME, a winner B indeed. And I did like Dario just kind of chilling in the corner, like when things weren't going their way in the beginning, just like, all right, I'm just going to see what you're going to do if I just sit back here. Let's see what your game plan is. And then finally, when they tried to approach, PME found the opening, like immediately. It wasn't even like a little bit of a scramble, like 10 seconds. No. Just 2 seconds. You came in. Now it's my turn to combo again. Very well played by PME.
All right, we're in no man's land. Good anti-air to set up the combo starter. Oh, drops it though. Wow.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the second time PME has gone for the snap, which means I think that they want Annie in first. Like PME saying, I want Annie.
Right. And it's probably because of that right there. Right? That DP assist. We've seen Dario use it a ton. We've seen a lot of players use it a ton, actually. And look at this. Dario having a much better start now. Uh-huh. Oh, boy.
That's what I'm talking about. The traded DP.
Give me both of them.
Oh, robbery.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I robbed a
Hey.
bank in 1998 and was never caught.
Do we have it here, though? Is she out of here? She is not out of here.
Oh,
Now she is.
PME, please.
Wow, just do it?
Yep, Kitten Missile's coming in to make all of this safe.
Oh, my goodness.
Kind of styling right now. PME is definitely saying, here's a clinic on your options. Hey, good DP.
Oh, yeah. All right, Dario. No. I thought we might have had something star there. You never know with Philly, especially with 4 bar, but PME hangs on and closes it out without letting Philly get started.
Yeah, so so obviously, it's hard to accidentally push input for taunt. So one has to imagine that was intentful and was meant to seriously assert dominance in the hierarchy of Skullgirls players in this tournament today. Successfully achieved, I'll say, by that victory. But a really interesting thing there was just how PME chose to spend meter at the very end, basically blowing it all, basically going to the club and just dropping bills everywhere. Yeah, exactly. And the Kitten Missile's making everything safe, kind of just styling and feeling himself. But you know what? Earned it. You get it.
Yeah.
You get to do it. You get to do it.
Set's not done yet, though, right? It's 2-0. PME's got a big lead, looking very, very comfortable out here.
I wonder if we see even more of that, though. You know, like, is he just going to breakdance now? Hey, guys, watch.
You never know.
I can do a flare.
Oh, dude, I love flares. Not that I can do them, but I just love them. See them. Other side, yes. Oh, we got two. Give me both.
Big moment, big moment, big moment. No!
Oh. It's okay. It's a great start regardless. Fantastic start for Dario. Oh, no. I spoke too soon. Wait.
Odd.
Very odd. But Annie finding hits.
This is a kill. You gotta get this. You got to get this.
Hey, there it is.
Hey, I like it.
We got one down. 2 to go. Oh my gosh.
Oh! All right.
Solid defense right now.
Look
for
at how
Dario,
much
though.
meter. Look at how much meter.
Yeah, he's
Basically,
sitting
when
on
that
full
next
stock.
character comes out, I think he's gonna blast. I think he's gonna shoot.
You think Stargate for both? It's gonna happen.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Honestly, not very much meter, but this certainly not if you drop it.
Yeah, and man, Robo's so low in health here. Okay, we can start spraying
All right.
some of that bar.
Put in the grave. Did not need to DAC there.
Maybe he just wants to have a level 3 DAC later.
Mayhap.
Wow, got him. That's big. No.
Oh, drops!
We got the barrage.
Okay,
Put it back
that
in the
was
corner.
really great. And of course, anybody who's been playing Fortune for a long time is going to do that no problem, but it's still just really cool to see. As the super was popping off, he put the head in the corner where it needed to be to follow up. So, really good presence of mind.
Smart stuff, but right now, PM in a little bit of trouble. Uh-oh, here we go. Detonation time.
Oh!
Yo, Robo. Are we getting missiles? Got down 7. Dario trying to close out. Oh,
Nice! Reaching out, not much life left. This is a one-touch game. Not that
boy.
touch. You need to touch him.
Oh, boy.
Not the other way around.
Oh boy! We are all caught up. Are we spending meter here? Don't even need to. I don't
Don't
think
even
so.
need to.
Gotta block correctly on incoming. The head's still there. Careful. Yo, the head found it. No conversion.
Right now, Dario's going to win if you time him out. Oh, there's a super!
Oh my gosh. You had the right idea though, Kai.
PME is like, yeah, it was close.
Yeah. Man.
No, really good matches. I mean, that last one was actually really exciting. We got to see some cool play from both players, but PME just too strong and moving on as one would rationally expect.
Very much so. 91% of the chat agreed with that. And PME with the 3-0 there. Dario put up a good fight at the end. Unfortunately, PME just too strong right now. Moving on to that upper bracket finals later. But yeah, I mean, the way this started looked terrible for Dario, right? It looked like PME was just going to steamroll the entire way through. But I felt like as each game progressed, we saw Dario do better and better.
PME with the very good install air dash reset there. I'm behind you. I'm in front of you.
That was beautiful. And this was an easy first game.
Dario also had some really unfortunate drop combos in both rounds 2 and 3. I mean, moments that could have turned things around, and especially that third round where it was a one-touch difference. That difference with not dropping the combo could have made that a win. You could have been 1-3 against PME, or by God, you could have won.
Exactly. You never know, right? Once you get that one round in there, you're like, all right, let's make it 3 now. It's like,
And of course, electing to do mental damage here.
jump back beam. Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, a couple good moments. Like, again, Dario does know how to play video games, but it's just too many chances we're dropping Dario. Efficiency, not there.
Yeah, that seemed to be the story of the day for Dario. But this
Right here.
final game was so good too, right? I mean, this snap could have been so much bigger, right? But
That snap was... That was the one. That was the one that would have
Yeah.
won it for you.
and look at the time here, right? That was such a good call from you at the end here. Time winding down, but just gets caught by the super, and that was that.
Here was the unfortunate part about that is they elected to air dash out of hairball, right? Did not have to air dash out of hairball. Could have
Exactly.
supered out of hairball. Now, given that get that PME was already in block stun, it probably wouldn't have mattered. PME might have even, say, push block guard canceled into a super, but it would have taken that much more time off of the clock, which means there is the slightest possibility that the time would have ended before the damage from Berserker Barrage did all the damage, right? So it's just one of those things where dashing forward probably wasn't the look there in retrospect. In the moment, God knows. I mean, it's coming at you a mile a minute, so I don't blame you for not thinking of it. It's just that was really the only play where it was to try to close out the round on a timeout because, unfortunately, that block happened on hairball.
Exactly. So smart stuff.
You could have hairballed up. You could have hairballed up, dashed out of
burn time. Yep.
Yeah, burn. Try to. Going in was maybe not the best call.
Exactly. And if you guys think you guys could have made a better call yourself, sign up and get involved. Compete.playstation.com. That's where you got to do it. Of course, these tournaments are free to enter. You know, huge shout-outs, of course, to PlayStation tournaments for putting on the FGC Arcade Summer Community Series for Skullgirls and many other fighting games as well. Giving these players an opportunity to go to Evolution, you know, get your full package paid, the hospitality package, of course, which is what these guys are playing for here today. But, of course, Kai, you know, this is 10 years of Skullgirls, man. You know, and it's time for the first ever season pass. You know, there's going to be 4 characters coming. Of course, we already got Annie. We already got Umbrella. Black Dahlia's coming. There's best-in-class GGPO rollback netcode involved in the game. But, of course, at EVO, we're finally going to reveal the final DLC character for Season 1. So make sure you guys tune in for that. We're going to take a short break, guys. Don't go anywhere. PlayStation Tournaments FGC Arcade Summer Community Series continues after this.
I'll handle this one personally. What fun! This is how it's done. Farewell! Who was she again? Coming soon to Skullgirls Second Encore and Skullgirls Mobile.
back, everyone. PlayStation Tournaments FGC Arcade Summer Community Series for Skullgirls. I'm Rip here with Kai, and we are almost down to our top 4 right now. Crazy matches so far throughout the day. Lots of 3-0s, only a couple 3-1s. We haven't really had that nail-biter set yet, right? Not just yet.
No, and I think we're due for it pretty soon as the field narrows, but we've still got our winners finals and then a couple more losers matches before we get into those grands, and I think that's going to be a real slobber knocker.
No, without a doubt. And of course, if you guys are just tuning in, here's how we got here so far. Killjoy been dominant so far, making it all the way to the upper bracket final, where he'll be going up against PME, who's also been dominant. So that's where things are about to get wild. But let's look at the lower bracket. Here's some updates for you guys. Oddberry 3-0 over Clawmaster, so Oddberry advancing in the top 4, and Dario 3-0 over Catfish. So Dario and Oddberry will be our lower semifinal matchup here. And so we do have our top 4. There you have it. Killjoy, PME, and Dario versus Oddberry.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see Oddberry versus Dario because I think Oddberry can take Dario, but I was frankly impressed with the way Dario fought back against PME. Even though PME might have been doing a bit of styling there, that's really let's not downplay Dario. Dario did have a fight there. Oddberry went down just as hard against Killjoy, so they're sort of both coming off moments where they had a little bit of a tough loss. Obviously, right. Dario and Oddberry both managed to 3-0 coming into this match, so they're coming off a win. They're basically coming off a win, feeling okay, like they can take this, but they both got sent down to losers pretty hard.
Exactly. So it looks like an uphill battle for both of them to get past either Killjoy or PME, but versus each other, that's a whole nother ball game.
Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. Like I kind of guessed, right? We're seeing Killjoy versus PME in the winners finals, right? Because neither of them lost. They made it back opposite sides of the brackets. You would suspect they would see each other in the winners finals, and that is, in fact, what we're seeing here today. I will stick with my assessment of PME being the favorite here, but I have not at all been dissatisfied with KJ's play.
Well, Chad, who do you guys think? That's Kai's assessment. Killjoy or PME? That is the question. I think that odds are PME, depending, just going off of what we saw earlier from the chat, I think they're going to lean towards PME a little bit this time as well. And there you have it, PME, 75% chat favorite here to take this one. But KJ's been playing very well as well today, right? So anything can happen here. I think that PME has been looking very sharp, though. We've seen very few drops from him, very few missed opportunities. So it's really PME set to lose, in my opinion.
Yeah, I would say it's weird. In a weird way, it's just the opposite of seeing no drops. In the last few matches, we've actually seen PME elect to do some suboptimal stuff for the funsies.
Exactly.
Perhaps that doesn't put him in the best frame of mind to beat KJ solidly. Perhaps it won't matter. Perhaps we'll see some more breakdancing and it'll all be for nothing anyway.
I mean, sometimes that's important, right? It just shows your confidence level and how comfortable you are in the tournament. But this, of course, the biggest test of both of these guys so far today. Finds a conversion. Oh my goodness, he just landed on top with it.
Oh, standing armor, let's go.
Armor all day.
All right, and I have installed. Sure.
Oh yes.
Very nice. I will not be paying for license.
Never. Why would you? It works just fine.
It works 100% capability. All right, we're moving in. Very nice. We're going back. We're going forth. Which part of the stage are we choosing to stay in? Nice! Oh, man, that was very strange. Did not reach for that hit. Gets the kill. Man, Killjoy drawing first blood. Excellent. Stays in even with low life. Okay, no, the tier is very good. Hey,
fiber up or get me out of here.
Be gone.
I want that low parasol back. What a block!
Oh! I like it. I like it.
Oh yeah, looking good.
Of course.
What?
Heavy roll.
Oh, we got a drill for those.
Yes. Oh man, Killjoy getting the second kill as well.
Yo, even with that low health parasol, still putting in work. Tears out. Oh, get hugged. Yo, KJ is doing this right now.
Goodness, just needs one more reset.
Uh-oh.
Oof.
Yo, this is gonna be down to the wire. Got the grab. Good blocks. Oh my god!
No way!
Got the block. Shoot him!
Oh, not enough life. Had the armor there, but not enough life.
Very nice stuff from KJ. Man, that was very close. That was the most competitive game we've had so far, I feel like.
That run under explode was a hair's breadth. You had to put that on the microscope to measure the microns. That was this close. That was, even PME didn't block it. Because it was just like, who would do such a thing?
It was perfect. It was perfect. But, you know, regardless, KJ getting the first game, you know, and really the Parasol putting a lot of work there, right? Found a lot of jump-in attacks that were open, that were finding openings. I'm not sure what PME was trying to challenge with, but it seemed like the jump-ins were paying off.
Yeah, there was a few moments where the standing armor from Robo did not work as intended, and I think that's going to come back to haunt both Killjoy and PME. They're a little too ready to use it, but it's not like they don't know, right?
Right. Wow, we're going to snap out the Robo early here. Oh, giving his pain wheel?
Yeah, the crumple means that trade's always going to be in Pain Wheel's favor. And we're on the ground already.
I'm trying for the jumping again, doesn't find it, and that might be a dead Parasol.
Oh yeah, big time.
Plenty of meter.
Oh
Wait!
no, forgets where they are. IPS triggers.
Wow, got her to survive there. Nice opportunity for Killjoy.
Yeah, lots of meters, so probably looking for a hit right into snap. Okay, can't do it with that move.
Nope.
Oh!
All right. So what KJ needed?
Oh!
Wow,
Nice.
right back in there. Beautiful
Man,
fight.
oh man. Oh!
How did she get to that side?
How did you get all the way over there?
That's called, wow, we're going to beam this way? Oh, great punish.
Get in there. Can't quite get close enough.
Yeah, no meter side of KJ right here. Have to deal with all these beams. But she's in there, but the
tried
grab.
to grab, got grabbed, yeah.
Get him out of here. PME answering back.
And that was a lot more definitive on PME's side the entire way through. Even in moments when PME was getting hit, it still kind of seemed, weirdly enough, like PME was still in control. It was a very weird momentum match where PME just was able to recover from blocks, not get reset a lot, push out and move in when he wanted to, as opposed to the other way around. Maybe that first one was just keeping it cool, gathering some data, letting KJ do what they want to do first, and then responding. There was also a little bit of, again, some of the inconsistency we've seen.
I feel like the beginning of that second round, though, KJ had an early lead, right? But then went for the snap option to try to get the pain wheel in early, right? To try to get the pain wheel. But I really feel like that didn't work out. Instead, immediately got comboed by pain wheel, and all of a sudden was way behind in life for the rest of the round.
Yeah, it's weird because, again, when you talk about top players are good with every character they choose to play, right? But you just, why would you choose to face PME's maker?
Yeah, right. And especially when you can take out a character or do a ton of damage to it, you know? Like,
right.
I feel like just take what you can get at the moment, unless that character's really causing you issues. And so far, we haven't seen the pain will cause that much issue for Killjoy yet.
Oh, nice! Jumps in with just a regular old jumping heavy.
Yeah, I mean, KJ's jumpings have been fantastic. Got the reset as well, and that's going to be a dead character.
Excellent
There you
early
go.
character. Excellent.
Yeah. Great blocks.
That's a lot of damage. Out of the corner, though, unfortunately.
Wow, trying to dash. I'm not sure why. Maybe for a grab?
Misinput, or possibly could have just been a push block input 8 from the wrong direction, right?
Could be. Yeah. But that was costly.
Okay, nice. Get in the corner. Building the meter. Oh, couldn't get the reset. And get hit on the other side. Gonna reset and then build a meter. Okay, no reset. Hits. Okay, it's just gonna run straight into my jets.
Killjoy now trying his zone, but man, as soon as he tries to go in, it's like trouble.
Oh, that was nice. Got lots of meter here. I mean, do you spend it? I say
You gotta spend something, yeah.
It doesn't even need it because that super's great. Does crap load of damage.
Oh! Got him with the grab.
Hit grabs, obviously. Gonna beat them.
Keep the pressure onto the corner, but got opened up with slow. Oh man, nice try from Killjoy.
Man, this is a really good winners finals. It's cool because KJ actually was super far out ahead in the beginning of that, a lot like the last one where you saw.
Right.
It seems like the momentum is definitely there, but PME unfazed.
Right, and this time around, Killjoy opted not to snap, just took dead character, and it looked like it was a better strategy overall, but man, PME just seems to always find the openings, and I feel like he's got a read on how Killjoy wants to approach, because I feel like when Killjoy's approaching, that's when he's getting opened up, right? So when he's chilling and he's sitting back, things are going okay for him, but as soon as he tries to approach, that feels like where the moments that PME finds his openings. But here we go, game 4.
How they play this one. Oh, tries to jump in again, but getting snatched to the air by laser beams.
Gone out his shoulder. Wow, the beams
Lots
adding
of
up
damage
here.
from the beams right now. Nice, gonna dash in, put him in the corner. Ow, get out! I don't want you! No!
I want the pain!
Oh, okay.
Luck is with you.
Good weight! Good weight!
Can we close out the pain wheel, though?
No mistakes! No mistakes!
There you go. All right, gotta be feeling good about that. Nice block in the overhead. Armor's gonna work out here. And we got both!
And you can just fire. You can hit the firing squad. Oh, no! You could have literally just...
Man, these beams are adding up, though. Killjoy very fortunate to get out of that. Happy birthday. But still, fighting from behind here. Shot's not gonna work. Tossed all the meter, too. Wow, a lot of meters spent on both sides.
Yeah, so in install, you can get some double beams in the air because of the air dash. That's tough. That's tough.
Very.
Oh! Gotta push him.
Good defense. And a lot of chip here. And yo, beautiful defense.
All of that. All of that. Oh, the fake burst. 2 characters to 1. The assist game versus high life. Full on dizzy. Oh, no, gonna trade. Character kill. All of a sudden, Killjoy's on the back foot. One touch to die. No way.
We got 2 meter.
You can anti-air in this game?
Oh, God.
Oh!
That's it. PME. 3-1 over KJ. Wow.
Looking good.
Wow.
Looking real good. PME's got to feel pretty good right now. I think he may be calling up long-lost relatives out in the desert. Hey, I'm going to be in town early August. I'm feeling pretty confident. I've just got 1 more grand finals. No big deal. I'll probably get it. That's probably how PME's feeling right now. And I got to say, I'm with him on that wavelength.
I mean, he's looking very sharp here. Even when things aren't going his way necessarily, seems to pull it back together. At the end there, is down. 2 characters to 1, but had that bigger life bar to work with, obviously. Found the opening, took out the parasol fast, and then all of a sudden, huge lead, right? So, good stuff for PME the whole way through here today. So far.
KJ was so close to actually taking that round. KJ was, it was so close. Got the successful hit, and then the one bad luck situation at the very end. Oh, man. KJ was actually about to take it to Game 5.
No, definitely. It really felt like Game 5 was incoming there. You know, the snap strategy to bring in the pain wheel and then deal with the pain wheel first actually worked out for him in that game, but still unable to close out the entire round.
Man, take a look at this replay. You can kind of see some of this crazy action. Really cool resets here from KJ in the corner. Ended up not mattering terribly because of some errors there. Of course, that super's going to make that throw whiff entirely. And again, so many really interesting sort of trades there. That right there. Yeah,
that was
so
crazy.
That was so. Come on.
Perfect.
And other side. Beautiful reset.
How did she get there? How? And this is obviously why KJ wanted to get that pain wheel out of here. I love that too. During the death call, it puts her on the other side temporarily, so the super comes out the wrong way.
That was clutch for Killjoy to go for that very risky throw there. The armor, of course, carrying the day, but it could have gone very different.
For sure. Yeah, we didn't really get to see a ton of the resets in the first one, but that was nice.
That was good. But that was not so good for Killjoy.
Yeah, this was huge.
So the stun on the ground, pow, they're stunned, and unfortunately you ran it with standing light punch, which you've already used.
Yeah,
right
this
there.
was the end.
Didn't actually expect that to hit because that would have comboed. That falling fireball, you can combo after that. Just didn't see it coming.
Well, there we have it. Though PME with that 3-1 victory over Killjoy, moving into the grand finals, one set away from winning the entire thing. But it's not over yet. We still got Dario versus Oddberry down in the lower bracket semifinals. Winner of that, of course, gets Killjoy. Winner of that goes to the grand finals. So that will be our next match. Dario versus Oddberry.
Oddberry is certainly primed to take this one. But the problem I've seen with Oddberry today, and again, I hate to say it because I know the level Oddberry is capable of playing at, but we are not seeing what I think we're used to seeing from Oddberry when we see them in tournament participation. I don't think Oddberry's really built a reputation as one of those like super rock solid, always consistent players. But again, this is just certainly below kind of what I expect to see from them. I'm a little bit nervous for Oddberry's prospects if they can't tighten up the play here.
Well, I certainly think that Oddberry, regardless of how they're playing, has a huge fan base. Because let's take a look at what the viewers think. Oddberry, 87% favorite here from our viewer poll result. Earlier it was 85%. You know, despite losing that one, it just goes up, Kai. It just keeps going up. 87%.
Right. A lot of Oddberry fans
here.
in the chat right now.
Exactly. Yeah, and why shouldn't they be, right? Oddberry played very well today. You're mentioning playing a little under their own level, but at the same time, you know, sometimes you get that loser run started, and the next thing you know, you're having the run of your life, right? So maybe it's just one loss, right? And this is going to be continuing to run, building that momentum that's going to take you to that grand finals.
One can certainly hope, but I mean, let's not count Dario out right now. I think Dario has had the unfortunate prospect of not having a clean win against an evenly matched opponent. Dario, like a lot of the players in this bracket, are either 3-0ing or getting 3-0'd. So we'll see exactly if the stuff is getting shown right now.
Yeah, and Oddberry opting for the solo Philia. Oh my goodness, and we're on the other side. Careful. Just non-stop rush down. Got him the overhead again. This time on the other side. First baited. And that's one down.
Oh, okay, you tried to crouch.
Uh-huh.
Or as the kids call it, 2LK.
Oh, I see. Nice. Very mathematical there.
Man,
right,
okay, Dario fighting back. Nice! That was a good reset. Running out of Undizzy here, though.
Holy moly.
Can't break through, can't break through. Oh, nice!
Down? Yes!
Dario, let's go. Is this happening? You need one reset.
Gonna build up another meter here, too.
Oh! So much Undizzy, though. All this damage is getting prorated.
Ah! Dario with the first game over Oddberry. Exactly. That face right there. That one. Wow.
Oh, man. Oddberry needs to wake up. Oddberry needs to wake up.
It looked good at the beginning too, right? And I was kind of curious that Oddberry actually went with the solo here. Maybe didn't want to run the trio versus the duo. Very, very curious there on the choice of just the ratio.
I hope to see an adjustment because I just don't feel like that was the right call. I don't feel like that. You know, when you pick solo against a trio or even a double, you're wanting that explosive damage. But I actually don't think the explosive damage is what made all the difference there. Oddberry's sticking with solo Afiyan.
Yep. And an early snap again. Give me this Annie. About delayed timing there. Found the low. Oh no. Yeah, Annie is getting opened up right now. Oddberry working on that perfect still.
Jumps out, guns out. Oh, puts himself right back in.
That
Okay. We got the, we were worried for nothing.
Oh man. And Afiyan, yeah, that was dirty. I have no idea what side that was on.
Still, tons of undizzy. All these high undizzy resets are minimizing the damage you can get off them. Okay. No clean hit.
Yeah, but right now, Dario has a pretty good life lead.
Oh, doesn't pick up off those hits.
Convert,
that'll
yes,
work.
sir.
OTG's gone. Where's the reset?
There it
Nice!
is.
Just need one. Oh, not that
Beautiful
one.
timing.
Get
Give him
lots
health back.
of life back, man, oh man.
Wow, the chase down. Do we find it? We do.
Okay, I actually thought that Crescent might come and make that a pickup. That would have been crazy.
That would have been
Crescent
really
was
crazy.
too fast. Oh!
Great
Don't
super.
overhead me.
And he's low here. Got to be careful.
Uh-oh.
Uh-huh. All right, 101. Ratio.
The
in
amount of
favor
meter that
Oddberry.
Oddberry's sitting on, this is one-touch game. If Oddberry does the combo, now it's even easier because he got that nice big meaty hit.
Ow.
Oh!
Punish is good. That should be it.
Oh, man. Oddberry is gone down 0-2 against Dario. Dario is actually playing super, super well right now. I'm very impressed that Dario is managing to do this feat. Dario, I don't think is that household name.
Right.
Taking out Oddberry in a tournament and moving on, it would be quite the feat.
I mean, that's the thing about these PlayStation tournaments, right? Free to enter. If you guys want to get involved, compete.playstation.com. That's where you got to go do it, right? Make your own name for yourself, right? Put your name into that household status, like Dario is trying to do here. But of course, the way things are going, I'm still curious about the ratio. Still running the solo Afiyan and gonna run it back for game 3 as well.
You know what? After doing it twice, I'm fine running it. I'm fine with the
You're
philosophy
committed.
there. More chances, get your life back. Maybe that's what you feel. Oh, that was unwise. That's not the first time that's happened either. Using that move to get out is kind of a risky proposition. It has worked, but you're spending a meter essentially to say, get away from it.
And that DP assist and super conversion for the combo, very nice. Give it to me again. Oh my gosh. This is all Dario right now.
Yeah, Dario is going to town. What is going on? Oh, okay. That could have been something. You gotta snap. You gotta snap now. Yeah.
There's the snap.
Get the life
Get
back.
the health
You need
back.
it.
Yep.
Nice, good. Good tech. Out on Dizzy. Nice. Put him in the corner.
And here was good too.
Whoa!
Scooter right under.
Oh, the very fair neutral incoming. Let's go.
Give me some stars. Oh boy. Solid defense so far from Oddberry though.
Oh man, doesn't even get to do the starburst.
Oh
But
no.
gets the hit in the end, so it was worth it. No meter
No
though.
meter,
Oh,
baited, but
no,
doesn't get
with
the conversion. Oh my gosh, no way.
All you had to do was press standing heavy punch to launch.
This
Gotta
is
get
looking
you-
rough now.
Oh!
Wait.
No!
No! So many opportunities for Oddberry, but it's not gonna happen. Dario gonna close it out. Rough.
in a fighting game, one person has to lose.
Yeah.
But, man, oh man, did Oddberry make that tough on themselves. I feel like there was a couple cases where you just... Again, I've watched Oddberry play. I feel like this is not what I am used to seeing them do. And I haven't seen Dario play that much, and Dario seemed to be making better decisions. There were drops and a little bit of inconsistency on both parts, but overall, Dario just seemed to be making those better, higher probability, more effective decisions, including several successful and very worthwhile burst baits that I mean, they just worked.
Right.
They just worked.
Just like that. Yeah, they were perfectly placed. Definitely decision making there worked out. I'm just mashing the anti-air crouch. I'm like, please, please, please. There it is. Found it. But you know, in those situations, even though it seems like you're just mashing, if it's what's gonna work, it's the correct decision.
This is just. I think this is a very interesting match that I think would almost be worth watching. Like if you were a statistician, right? If you were a historian, an archivist, perhaps, you might watch back this match and then watch some of their other matches and say, how is this the same or different than what they're used to playing? I'm kind of interested to maybe go back and watch some Dario tape, if you will. That just there's so much there that was an inch away from being the right call and just went so wrong.
Definitely. Well, here we see the updated bracket, guys. Another 3-0, which you can see across the bracket. There are a lot of zeros across the board, right? We've had 2 1s, Big Lomi and Killjoy versus PME. That's it. Everything else has been a 3-0 throughout, and now we get Killjoy versus Dario. And these guys have not played yet, right? Killjoy versus Oddberry would have been a run back. But these two have not yet played, so this will be interesting.
Yeah, I think that what I saw from Killjoy versus PME leads me to believe that Killjoy is going to have the advantage here, right? Killjoy having already displayed that, you know, they're clearly the second in the running for this and going to have to play out their minds to beat PME. But given that that's the case, what we've seen from Dario is, I think, not enough to overcome Killjoy's play. But, I mean, I think people favored Oddberry really heavily in the last one, and we saw how that one went. Anything is possible. I just don't think it's probable.
We'll see what they decide this time. Who's going to win, chat? Is it going to be Killjoy or Dario? I think that Killjoy should be the favorite, but not by much in this one. I feel like it's like a 60-40 situation for me. But Dario's playing very well right now. And a lot of times we've seen it, man, that loser run, momentum building the whole way through. That's what Dario has right now. Hasn't lost the game in quite a bit. So this could be that momentum carrying over. Meanwhile, you've got Killjoy coming off that loss to PME, probably still thinking about what do I got to do in the grand finals? You know, what do I got to change it up? And there you have it, Killjoy, 56%, small favorite here. Chat seems to agree, but it really is his set to lose, right? So we'll see what Dario brings to the table here. I'm really excited for this one, actually. And whoever wins, you know, PME obviously got it done against Dario earlier, looked very strong in that set. We saw that was the fun PME was having, you know, in that one. So I think that the closest that we'll have will probably be Killjoy PME, but to do that, he's got to get past Dario first.
Yeah, and I think this upcoming one is a case of if you ever play the books, then you know what your spread is and what your ratios for your betting is. I'd call this one a 2-1, right? It's just enough to incentivize people to take a risky bet on Dario and maybe make some money. But I think, again, 2-1 almost always indicates that that's the crest for it. It's not a great idea.
It's not a great idea. Don't do it.
It's not a great idea. It's trying to tempt you.
All right. Well, let's see what happens here. Dario versus Killjoy. And Dario opted to go with the trio this time.
Oh, no. The happy birthday when you get to burst out, that one's tragic. I mean, Dario's doing a good job at keeping the point action going, but not so great at having the assist not die. Oh, way too far away, and you really got to know that.
And his timing on the love darts have been very good, too, against Perisol. Been chunking her with it, actually.
Yeah, Killjoy on point taking a lot of damage. Oh, man.
Oh, we got a big punish. That's 2 of them.
What a reversal of fortune.
Hey. We're looking good here.
Man.
And just
that's
like that.
That's the big turnaround. That's the big turnaround.
Huge. Woo! perfectly timed jump in there by KJ.
Gonna build the meter inside of this combo too to be. Oh no, just DSC's early. Interesting. That is. I mean, it kind of doesn't matter in the end because it's all part of the combo anyway. So maybe you did end up spending less meter. That's interesting. Watch it back. Watch it back and tell me.
But KJ now, huge lead.
All right. Yep. Killjoy taking control of this. Okay, that's half the clock gone though. That was not a steamroll. That was a back and forth. And honestly, Killjoy was kind of getting outpaced in the first part of that match. So big ups for Killjoy to be able to come back and really completely seize control of that match again. I think that means Dario has the capability to take rounds off Killjoy at the very least.
No, without a doubt. And really, if that happy birthday snap out kill didn't happen, this could have been a completely different round, right? So gotta be really careful there. With your assist call-outs, obviously, Killjoy very good at punishing them and capitalizing on those kind of missed opportunities, if you will. But yeah, I think Dario, I love the patient play, especially when they were playing in neutral at the beginning with the point characters. I think that, he was chunking Parasol actually with those love darts, whether it's from the air or from the ground. Just the timing on it was very good, but getting caught early here in game 2.
Oof. And Dario getting put in the corner with tons of damage. Where's my save?
Just gonna spend the meter?
Yep, spend it.
Dunzo.
Very nice. I agree with that. I'm pro spend.
Yeah, I'm pro spend as well. I'm pro getting characters off the team,
Oh, very nice.
Great grab.
Gonna have to spend meter to convert off the forward throw.
Hey.
Oh, wow. And we get the combo because of the wall bounce. Okay, try to do a little burst. Didn't work out. Oh! Okay, we're back. We're back.
Yeah, we're trying to get in there. We got him with jumping that time.
I love that Dario is not giving an inch, firing right back when the time is right.
Yeah, and I love the snap there, too. Not gonna let you recover that red life, especially now in the duo.
Maybe could have Gregored there and got the hit. I'm not sure. That would have been risky to do so. I don't agree with. I mean, I don't disagree with doing something low probability like that.
And trying to rush in there against Fuqua. And wow, snap
no
right
meter,
back
so
for it.
can't
Give me
just
all of it.
Just run up throw. That sucks.
Oh boy, man. Killjoy is regaining control. The Fuqua has really been a problem for Dario.
Oh, it doesn't need it, does it?
Look at the life that she survived with.
I know. Man. So the thing is, on that incoming, when you snapped in that very low life character, didn't have the meter that you normally finish out with. Normally, Fuqua wants to fireball you and get that big chip, right? A lot of chip for a level 1 super. Didn't have it, though, so you had to know something tricky was coming, and that doesn't really help you. Oh, something's tricky coming. Big thanks, Kai. Appreciate the heads up. But that meant you didn't have the opportunity to just sit there passively and wait for something to happen to you. Quite the opposite.
Right.
The throw was just, it was very well timed. The assist did what it needed to do. It just sucked that happened.
No, definitely, without a doubt. And that's the thing about Dario, right? We've seen him be very patient in a lot of situations, so smart stuff from Killjoy in that situation. Be like, you know what? It's time. That's the whole thing about fighting games, right? If somebody's blocking, you throw them. It's the time-old tale. So there you have it. It's up 2-0 right now for Killjoy, and they're going to run it back for Game 3.
Very nice. Run to the bridge. Oh, no! Whiffs the throw. So, again, we're going to see if that comes into play again. Oh, nice. There's
overhead. And the block on the other side, though.
Oh, out of the air.
Holy damn.
That's
Look
a lot of
life. Yeah.
Oh,
overhead again.
From a mile away. Let me ask you a question.
It was like an anti-air overhead, too.
What? Okay, that was a little weird. That was a little wacky.
What side? We're on this side.
And Dario just not having a chance to fight back. Killjoy's pressure very, very strong. But we're out. I mean, hey, that's something.
Yeah, we're out of the corner. At least we may be able to get something started ourselves here.
Oh, doesn't believe in the hit.
Nope.
Oh!
Oh, no. Beautiful conversion from Killjoy, too. Yikes.
Methinks there is no returning from this.
This is pretty rough.
Oh, my. How many times? All right, so Killjoy
Yikes.
made that one look very one-sided. Excellent finish, sending Dario out of the tournament. But man, oh man, as one of the 4 players that's not sort of the ones people know best, I think it's very impressive that Dario made it this far. In fact, over Oddberry. So big ups to Oddberry, even going out at that stage in the tournament. I believe that's 4th? 3rd?
4th for Oddberry, 3rd for Dario.
3rd for come on, Dario. 3rd place in a tournament where you almost punched a ticket to Evo. Sorry it didn't happen for you, but very impressive play nonetheless.
Definitely, man. But of course, that does mean that we have our grand finals incoming after this, guys. But let's take a look back at some of the action here with Dario and Killjoy. And it started off pretty good, for Dario at least, right? It seemed that way until this happy birthday situation. This happy birthday situation was kind of the turning point of everything.
Yeah, no kidding. And again, it's like you see that the early momentum, Dario did a great job getting that life bar down, but as soon as the other character came in, you realize the shoe was on the other foot. It wasn't quite as good a situation as you thought it was.
Yeah, and Dario, he never really gave up. The Filia went in, caused a lot of damage to Killjoy, but then at the end here, this Fuko was just really a problem, really a thorn in the side for Dario that he couldn't really get through. Oh man, then the overheads all came out in game 3 from the Parasol.
I mean, this long distance axe kick really, it shook me to my core. the one that basically happened when it was just like a pixel perfect situation. That was too much.
Yeah, this was the point of no return, it seemed, right? Had a snap, Annie came in, and good night. You're out of here, 3-0. And just like that, we get the run back in Grand Finals. PME versus Killjoy. The first time they met in the upper bracket final, PME took it 3-1. Has Killjoy thought about it? Has he had any answers come to him since then? In his defeat of Dario just a second ago, we're about to find out. But man, yet another 3-0 across the board here. This has been a wild day at the FCC Arcade Summer Community Series for Skullgirls.
Yeah, it's been a day of war crimes. It's been massacres left and right, 3-0s up in everybody's face. Only 2 matches on this entire bracket were not 3-0s, and even those were 3-1s, so we didn't even go to match 5. We haven't gone to a match 5 yet. Are we going to go to it here?
It might be time, Kai. It may be time. Let's go ahead and take a look at the head-to-head between these two. I mean, obviously, PME, impressive today, to say the least. 8-0, 100% win rate. Killjoy, equally impressive, though. 8-1, only that one loss to PME earlier, right? So we'll see what happens when these guys meet finally one last time in this grand finals. I'm feeling like PME's got it in the bag, but you never really know with Killjoy. I feel like I haven't really seen the Parasol go off with the resets, and I feel like I've seen that in the past from KJ, and we just haven't seen it yet today.
Oh, yeah. When you've got this classic like twin piston rematch, right, where you say the person who gave you your only loss of the night is the person you face again in grand finals, it's you see it all the time. A lot of times there'll be players you can predict, oh yeah, they're getting up there, and tonight was no different. We knew these two players were going to see each other. It was just a matter of who was going to be on the loser's side, who was going to be on the winner's side. I don't exactly know what Killjoy can do differently here that wasn't already attempted in the winners finals match, and that makes me not so excited for their prospects. But what I do know is it wasn't a 3-0 in that winners finals, right? It clearly KJ capable, but for 6 matches, I don't know if KJ can do 6 games.
I think it's still possible. When I think about that first set, I think about the snaps, trying to get the pain wheel in, not really being successful with it. And then when they focused on not focusing on the snaps, I felt like there was more success there. So I feel like the strategy of snapping to get the pain wheel in, I don't even know if that should necessarily be a focus point. But we'll see what Killjoy decides to do here.
Yeah, at this point, you got to ground finals, so you know what you're doing. You can't really second guess yourself at this point. You've got to just elevate, right? You've got to elevate yourself and not second guess. So if you want to snap to get pain wheel in, go for it. But man, you better do it confidently.
Exactly. We got a big band in here as well. Interesting stuff. Killjoy's swapping out for the band.
Man, a lot of life coming up. Oh, jumps right over the fireball.
Oh my goodness. Wow, that could have been huge.
That was such an odd thing. And the thing is, that was, I believe that was misinput because tag and snap are obviously, these same 2 buttons, but that's still so wacky.
Wow, double jump helped out there.
And the fireball just bouncing along.
Okay.
Oh!
Extended, let's go.
Gonna build a meter at the end of this combo. We'll still need to reset the. Oh, no,
Didn't
drops
reach.
it!
Another
Hey,
beat
you know
extend though.
Beat extended.
All right. KJ in it with the ban. Wow, run up gets the low. Holy moly.
Easily going to be able to finish it here.
Yes, sir.
Nice. Doesn't even need the meter. Sitting on 2. Oh, they grab you out of the air. Okay, running out on Dizzy here. Oh, no! Doesn't finish the combo then. That's so
Wow,
uncommon.
level 3.
Gave up a lot of meter for that, though. More than happy to chill.
Lock loaded.
Oh.
Boy. KJ's got the lead right now. What?
Oh, that was almost punished.
Hey, that was scary.
Oh,
Got
got grabbed.
him. Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. Okay, so it's one-touch game. Got the meter to finish it, no problem.
Yeah, this is still scary, though. PME's made these comebacks from KJ before. Punish.
Nice! The fastest jab in the West.
Oh, boy.
Okay, ratio's definitely not working in PME's favor, but has plenty of meter to finish this. Doesn't even need it. No, forgets where he is. Oh! Unnecessary.
Oh, my gosh. All right, Ban versus Fortune. Level 3, not this time.
Oh!
Got him
Never
with the
still gets
overhead.
it! Woo.
Wow.
All right. Famicom Big Band doing real work there. That was an interesting and apparently successful adjustment.
Right, and I did not expect to see the big band come out here. So that was a great change here from Killjoy. Obviously, no Parasol this time. We get the big band instead. And it definitely worked out. That was pretty surprising. I don't know if PME saw it coming.
Okay, but you blew your element of surprise on that one. So
Right.
Now it's a known quantity. You can't switch on win, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So at least
Right.
one more is going to have to be played with that shell. So where do you go from here? Does PME make an adjustment, or does PME go, okay, I've seen it, no more surprises, we're going to do the thing I do, and it's going to be okay? PME also knows his big man combos, so if you better not get hit.
Yeah, I think that definitely PME will just adjust his game plan. But right now, oh boy, that was great. Perfectly spaced punish there. Armor's good.
Into the corner you go.
Oh man, here is the pain wheel.
So much on Dizzy, plus the meter's going to get built. This is a kill.
Yeah, it's done. Bend it just to make sure. And this is a much better game for PME. Don't let him get started. Oh my god, beating stand, I don't think so. Oh
Fiber
my
saves
gosh!
the day.
That was a scary moment. And jumping music, all that beautiful tech.
Okay, you can snatch.
Convert
No,
doesn't
couldn't
get
quite
it.
convert. Oh, I would have done that too. A-Train, I was trying to hope for the jump. Armor beats it.
Oh man, not looking good. He's almost at 5 meters though.
What?
Level 3, I don't think so.
All right.
I love
all
it.
right.
Little
All right,
flying
PB's
above.
like, everybody relax. Everybody just relax.
Oh man, nice try. But it is tied up 1 apiece now. You mentioned earlier 6 games. I don't know about that, but Killjoy's got 1, right? 5 more to go, right? We got 1 off the board. Now the question mark, of course, like, is the big man what we sticking to here?
Yeah, I don't know. There might need to be an adjustment because that round did not work the way the other one did, and it might have something to do with the fact that it is no longer a matter of the unexpected, right?
Exactly.
If PME is like, okay, that's what you want to do now, I know what I need to do. I'm queuing up all that stuff in my mental stack, what I need to do to beat your particular chosen characters. I think you blew the element of surprise. You go back to what you were doing before. Try to get a win that way, and then you got to play with heart and get that third win. Then again, perhaps he's got more tricks up the sleeve when it comes to that particular duo.
Right, and I feel like the Fuko didn't really get much started in Game 2 there, and I think that was the big difference compared to Game 1 that we just saw. But if you go back to their first set, the Parasol did fantastic, regardless, right? The sets were all close, so it's not like it's a terrible matchup for him. It's not like he got blown up 3-0 and there was no hope for the Parasol, like we have to switch characters. I feel like this duo, it did its job, it got you a game on the board, and now if you can just get 2 with the Parasol, you're in there, right? You get the reset.
Yeah.
It's hard. It's a hard decision.
It's tough because, like, in this moment, you want them to show heart and stick to their guns and do all that stuff. But I mean, I think even Killjoy knew you needed to make
trio.
Yeah.
All right.
Add one more a layer to that cake.
Yeah. Get back over here, girl. This is great.
Nice. Closing the distance. Oh, Afiyan!
Oh no! Oh my god, disaster! It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. We survived. It was a ton of damage, but we survived.
Oh my
god! Force the approach.
The robbery drone. Nice!
There we go!
That's Killjoy's big moment. Can't mess this up. Cannot mess this up. No! No! That's the opposite of what I said to do!
Get dunked! Oh my gosh.
Oh, the weird drop!
What? SSJ? Can we combo? Oh man, no more meter.
Spinning the meter! Oh!
Bro. Big Man's trying to survive.
What is this?
Missed it. This is crazy.
What is
the
this?
Pixel. Pain
Just
will
hit him,
survive
just hit
it.
him.
Yes, there it is. Get that pain wheel out. Parasol's back in.
So this is a deceptively not in Killjoy's favor right now because of the amount of life, right? Mm-hmm. But that certainly doesn't hurt Killjoy's cause.
Man, but we've seen PME make so many of these comebacks with the higher health character.
Oh, just jump in with the heavy punch. Just a single normal, a good button. Can you do that?
That's the Killjoy special today, man.
Ah!
Yo, 2-1 Killjoy in the lead in this set. I love the switch. I thought maybe we were going to get a duo for a duo swap out. But you know, bring them all in. Bring in the Parasol. Bring in the
whole
band.
family in.
Everybody. Fantastic. Man, that was good. I like this. I like this team.
Yeah, okay, so let's try to break down what worked inside of that. So I actually think, strangely enough, it almost wasn't the trio that made it better. I think switching to a trio caused him to play in such a different manner that worked. Also, I mean, let's really give hats off. The ability to execute what Killjoy wanted to do every time seemed to be working. Not very many drops. A lot of really good decisions and tricky stuff that was being thrown on there that PME was getting hit by and or falling for. So I don't want to chalk it up to the gimmick of switching to a trio or even just the matchup stuff. Killjoy just played better.
I feel like the thing about having the trio, though, is that he has access to all the characters, so it's not even necessarily like there was a gimmick involved, right? It's just that having access to the band when he needed it, with the assists, having access to the Parasol when he needed the offense, and, the combos. And I feel like having all those pieces together, I feel like that made it a more complete package versus what he had with the duos in the past. So we'll see if that is actually the answer for him, or if that works out better for him in the long run as the set goes on. But, of course, it's 2-1 right now. He's got the lead. He's one game away from a reset. But man, it feels like even when you have a huge lead in PME, it doesn't matter. His last character always has over 50% health, and your characters all have like 25% or less. And then all of a sudden it's like, I don't know if I can win this. So it's always very scary to close out against PME, from what we've seen here today at least.
Yeah, and I'm not sure exactly, like what the arithmetic on this is. We'd have to sort of do a deep dive. This is a YouTube video you could do about what it meant when KJ ended up with those three characters with very low life. was that a
Right.
result of choosing 3 so you had enough hits to go around and have them all absorb it? Or was that just that, was that actually, strangely enough, not the right thing because you lost so much life per character and they all ended up in that hyper danger zone of one touch could spell disaster? I think it's probably the former, right? He did take
Right.
the round, so it probably indicates that you had more opportunities, more chances. And I think what you said about having more tools is also pretty on point.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the big question mark on this thing. I love the idea of someone doing a breakdown of that because mathematically it's so hard to see it in real time, right? Like what do we see there? Was that the right thing or the wrong thing? I don't know. But here we go. Killjoy on reset point in our grand finals. PME trying to close it out here.
Oh, the armor eats it. Nice, and the
Wow.
DP too far away to work. Nice, put it in the corner.
Uh-huh.
Woo! Drops it. Ah! Okay.
No.
I can only grab one.
Get back over here.
Oh, jeez. Just gets... Yo, low altitude throws.
Wow, a lot of drops.
Oh, you could have just jumped like...
Personal gonna get out of here.
Run up. Doesn't do it.
No.
That'll work, though. Oh, that... You dropped it.
Yeah, a lot of
And
stamina
excellent
so far.
conversion. Okay, that was very odd. Just dropped.
The chase got
Oh!
him. Wow, and Killjoy 2 life bars away from a reset. Throwing incoming.
Oh, yeah! Man, this is crazy right now. Killjoy looking to take game 3? Oh, no. Okay, we're super in through. And get in the corner.
Fortune hasn't done much yet for PME in this set.
Oh,
my
yeah.
gosh.
And the head.
And the head.
All that damage from the assist. Oh, man, it's going to happen again.
Bro.
Oh, these
PME
resets.
is in trouble. That's a dead character. We're one
PME,
away
gotta
from
pull
a
it together.
reset.
Gotta pull it
The
together.
pain wheel, though. Oh my god, the jumping works out.
Ah! Ah!
Blocks
Last
the
chance.
reset.
That was your last chance. Oh, no.
Wait, you get a second last chance.
You get a second last chance.
It's gonna be a hard one. 3 meters. Pain wheel. Air to air is good, but
this
we
is
get
big.
2.
That's huge. That's huge because you can kill both guys.
I just maxed out. Just, give me a chance. Give me a chance. I'll fire away. We got a reset.
Oh my god.
Wow. Wow. Craziness. And look at that. Killjoy resets the bracket. 3 down, Kai. We need 3 more. That's where we're at.
That was the reverse of the situation earlier. 3-2-1, except this time in Killjoy's favor. And I gotta say, these last 2 matches have really shown a complete momentum shift. This is not at all what I was expecting to see.
No, definitely not. And, you know, Misfortune has put in so much work for PME today, as has the Pain Wheel. But in this last set that we just saw, both of those characters didn't really do a whole lot.
It was so weird watching that last round, especially. I felt like there were so many little micro scrambles, if you will, happening in the corner and in those resets that were almost like they were just doing capoeira. They were just flipping over each other. It's like they both were trying their best to make that situation work in the moment, but were struggling against each other's speed and ferocity. It was so strange to watch that happen because if you had asked me, would PME sort of falter in that situation, I would have said no.
Okay. I'm just curious if you've been, like, learning capoeira or breakdancing, because you've been talking about flares today and capoeira.
They've been dancing.
Yeah, they have. But here we go. Reset Grand Finals. Killjoy versus PME. Oh, my goodness. And here we go. Something started early for PME for once.
Okay, now, this life bar is telling a very good story for PME.
Yes. Much
Oh,
better.
that's so... That's not the thing! And
But
now,
wow.
happy birthday!
All
This
the things.
is... They are swinging. This is a slugging match. You know, like 2 technical fighters going at it? It's like they both got cut on the eye and they can't do their normal technical stuff and they're just going to town.
I can't see, man.
I can't see! I can't see! Like that.
Oh
That was
my
a
goodness.
burst bait, and then it didn't go anywhere.
No. Yeah, it's almost like the pressure of the
Yo, that was
situation is
sick.
getting to him.
Falling light punch into grab because of the armor. My goodness gracious, that was really good.
Killjoy, are you gonna do this? This would be ridiculous.
Oh!
Yo, double
tap,
low.
tap, 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 taparoo, tap, tap, get in your home.
Close it out. Oh, my
that
gosh.
was sick. That was sick.
Beautiful.
Oh, but
Still caught him.
It's
Yo,
just,
Killjoy's
get out of here,
not
get out of
gonna-
here,
give me
get
that
out of
character
here.
back.
Ah!
Double grab.
Oh!
Yo, this is anyone's game still.
Oh my God, you got hit!
What?
You got hit!
Yo, Killjoy.
Not gonna build enough meter. There's no meter. You can't finish. Gotta reset. Got
That
to
side.
reset! Oh no, he's still out of undizzy though.
Got
Oh,
this
no way! No way!
But look at his full life bar PME for the last character. 2 low life characters.
Run up grab. That's right. Get the kill. Get the kill.
He's got a bar for it. Make it 2.
Gonna have to either reset or spend. And spend is the way.
Smart
Okay, so this is
choice.
a one-touch game. Huge life bar differential.
Parasol. Other
And gets hit
side
on
gets
incoming.
flipped. And PME gets the first one in the reset grand finals. Man, that was a great effort by Killjoy there to bring that back and make it interesting. Because that beginning of that game was terrible. Terrible.
Yeah, that was that match was like a ping pong set. It was just, first of all, KJ was getting exploded. Click. Then he was getting exploded. Click. Then he came back. I actually thought KJ was about to finish that one out, but then I looked at the life bars and realized it was more of a feeling than a fact. There was
Exactly.
so much life in that robo.
Exactly. And that seems to be the case with PME, right? Like, his robo, for whatever reason, or whether it's the fortune for the last character as well, it always has, like, almost a full life bar. Meanwhile, Killjoy, he's down. He's like 20% or less with all his
Right.
characters. And he's like, well, I have more characters live, but they're all about to get hit. So it's scary out here. He's got to close out and do some damage earlier, but it's not like there's an easy answer to do that.
Man, I got to comment on the level of scramble occurring in these matches. It is weird. It is flat out weird to see this level of like dipping, diving, dodging, ducking, dodging inside of a match with PME. That's normally not how his matches go.
Killjoy's he's keeping the pressure on, man. He's scaring him a little bit. There's the burst. He's out of there, but huge lead for PME to start off here against his Parasol.
All right, comes out, gets it out, safe. Oh, grab him. Nice conversion with the assist. Excellent. That, I don't know how I feel about that. That was very strange. Like, you were literally putting him in the corner.
Right?
Oh, finally got hit. Thought it was your turn. It was not your turn.
Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Great fiber upper.
yeah.
Yikes.
DP that combos.
Pretty good option. Yes. Oh man, we got install. Oh my goodness,
Hey,
and she
you know
takes
what?
more damage.
Even if it didn't work, you were basically saying, I'm going to use the squad to make this
Yeah.
save. I agree. Oh, tried to get grabbed, but got grabbed.
Wow.
All right, if this character goes down here, that's spelling disaster for Killjoy's aspirations. Nice,
Looking
good
good
finish.
for PME.
Oh, big time combo.
Yeah. And you know the band hasn't done a bunch.
No, band
Just
actually
reset.
has not contributed to this very much.
Well,
Oh, wow, okay.
You got
yeah! I mean, you know what? Agree. Hard agree.
Hey,
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
that's a ton. Is that a dead
Finish it.
fortune?
Finish it.
Make sure, beautiful. Life bar's even now.
We're even. Oh, okay, good tech.
Oh
Oh my god. And we're installing, of course.
no! Of course we.
Oh,
Wow, missed
no,
it though.
the drop!
Yo, that's a huge opportunity for Killjoy. Where? Oh my god.
This is a wacky match. This is wackadoo. This is wackadoo.
Alright, just chill. Watch for the beam. Great block. Assist called, no bueno. Killjoy's got no health left for both characters.
Killjoy,
There's the grab.
Killjoy is coming out with no life. Basically can't get touched.
Wait! Did he get?
No way!
Oh my god! It's a dead character! We're one-on-one!
Oh!
Unbelievable!
And you'll build SSJ inside of the combo if you get the hit! You can
he tried to grab!
Oh, snatch you out of the air!
No!
What's happening?
Not happening! PME holds on! 2-0 is the lead for PME now. Scramble Central.
I'm lightheaded from watching this. What?
Oh my gosh.
What?
That was ridiculous. I mean, the scrambles throughout this entire set have gone like every which way, but the way you expect them to go, I feel like.
Everything is a roll of the dice. I feel like I am fighting. I have my level 1 character, and I'm fighting a series of kobolds, and I'm just rolling. I'm just hoping. I'm hoping to confirm this crit. It's just so much chance is occurring inside these situations, mixed with what they think is going to happen and where they want to go with it. Again, really uncharacteristic, scrambly nature of this match. Maybe this is just the KJ factor. It's taking PME out of his normal, consistent game.
I mean, that incoming timpani drive that he did with Big Man, I thought he caught both characters, but I was like, oh my gosh, that would have been so crazy. He still caught one, got a dead character out of it too, right? So KJ willing to take risks right now, they're paying off, but right now it is PME on tournament point to book his trip to EVO.
No, this is it. You're literally talking about a $3,000 prize package on the line in this moment.
Let's see if he can get it done.
All right, PME still sitting on green life bars, and that has come to an end. Big hit on the assist character. Hey, but it was all worth it.
Oh yeah, this is huge.
Uh-oh. Waiting. Okay, Big Man does nothing. Says, hey, it's yours.
KJ hasn't had a chance to really find a bunch of parasol resets. I mentioned it earlier, but you see it there.
I want a different character in.
Yep.
Man, Big Man keeps coming in and keeps saying, top of the market. Look at the red life on Big Man.
Yeah, he's eating quite a bit there.
Oh, nice clean.
Hey. Get back over here. And here comes the pain.
Oh,
forgets
where he is.
Where am I?
Oh, no.
Am I at Evo yet?
Early resets, very good, getting big-time damage.
Wow, spending all his meter.
Yo! All right, throw for the kill. Very nice.
Shouldn't be a dead Fuko here, even without meter. There you have it.
All right, this is pretty much Killjoy's last chance.
And oh my goodness.
Yikes.
This is huge.
That was massive.
Yo, Killjoy.
Okay, you still get a lot of that. I mean, the benefit of doing the thing you wanted to do.
Yo, they're tricks.
This is crazy. Killjoy is actually probably going to come back from this, maybe?
Oh my
no,
gosh.
not if you drop it. Not if you drop it.
Alpha counter.
Shoot him.
Get her out of there. Get her out of there.
Oh, well, that could have been horrific.
That could have been way bigger. Oh my gosh, this is so nuts. The terrible jump that time. Didn't get the combo again.
Man, what?
I don't know, man. This is so close,
I don't know. I can't
Beautiful
see.
jump back.
I can't see.
Parasol's gonna die. We kill the assist in the process.
One character to one. Sitting on
Final
2 meters apiece. It's a one-touch game.
Turning point, tipping drive again. No way. Meow. Oh my gosh.
That's the touch. Killjoy bet it all.
And the num-nums to win it. PME 3-0 over Killjoy in the reset grand finals. Wins the tournament. Books his ticket to EVO. Congratulations to PME.
Man, that was a little bit, that was a little squirrely at the end there. I was scared, but I personally cannot think of a more fitting recipient of that prize package than the guy who's been playing on PSN for years and years. PME is going to Vegas.
Congratulations, PME, once again. That 3-0 in the reset grand finals. Killjoy kept it interesting the whole way through there, man, top to bottom. Very fun matches from both these guys throughout. They were our probable favorites from the beginning when we saw the bracket, and that's how it played out the whole way through. So both of them living up to their potential. Very fun to see. But Killjoy, man, those ratio switches and everything, and the teams that he brought out in the grand finals were so fun to watch. You know, the big band came out of nowhere, the duo, and then it's like, oh, maybe I need a trio. And then the big band wasn't doing as much, but then all of a sudden Timpani drive on incoming, and all of a sudden it's doing stuff again. So very, very fun stuff from Killjoy.
Yeah, it felt a bit like end of Rocky. Rocky didn't win, but he got the hug at the end like, man, you really put me through my paces, and I think that's what Killjoy did today. You may not have punched your ticket to EVO, but you did really, really damn good. I am very impressed with the play that KJ brought to today's tournament.
Yeah, looking back now, guys, at the replays from these grand finals, man, the Fuku was putting in work nonstop. Of course, you'd expect that out of Killjoy. But really, the big band and the Parasol were the surprises for me, especially the big band.
What's so weird is in that very first match where Big Band was a weird determining factor, I felt like it was so inconsistent whether it was going to matter. In some matches, complete failure to add anything to the match. And in others, again, a total turnaround moment. But less so than that first time, regardless.
Yeah, I totally agree. I started wondering it toward the end whether or not we'd see the return of the duo, without the big band there. But it was a good choice by Killjoy to stick to his guns. And it was interesting the whole way through. Just some decisions don't go your way, and the next thing you know, PME's there, right? And throughout the games, when we saw it, this is what you'd see. You'd see PME losing life, but overall, the life bar that he had on his remaining character would be so large that he would still be able to survive in the onslaught, even when there were 3 characters still available.
Yeah, I feel like in real life, Killjoy had hit his install super to get that reset, and he did a damn good job of pulling it there. But, I mean, not enough gas in the tank to beat a seasoned pro like PME. Again, big ups to PME for clinching this one. A super impressive tournament. Very rough start for a lot of players, and man, oh man, were there a lot of 3-0s, but you love to see a good grand finals reset.
Yeah, exactly. And this was the final set here. And you can see Killjoy is doing very well here. Look at this. This was huge, this moment right here. It looked like he had it in the bag. Like, this could be it. He's going to get us on the board. We're going to continue. We're going to go to a game 4. But next thing you know, the assist died from the one side. Next thing we go, final kick reach, incoming tip drive again. It worked once. Not this time, though. You already showed that hand.
Man, that was a bet it all moment. And I think, it's just, again, so scrambly. You'd never know if that's going to work. I think you literally just said, I'm letting God take the wheel.
Exactly. But there you see the final bracket, guys. PME 3-0's Killjoy in the reset grand finals to get it done. A lot of 3-0s across the board today, but once again, congratulations to PME for winning that trip to EVO. Killjoy 2nd place, Dario in 3rd, and Oddberry at 4th. Close out our top 4. You got Catfish and Clawmaster at 5th, and Afiyan and Big Lomi round out our top 8 at 7th place today. Everyone gets prizes. Everyone gets paid today. Thank you guys for being part of the PlayStation Tournament's FGC Arcade Summer Community Series for Skullgirls. What do we got coming up next, guys? We got more stuff coming on to compete.playstation.com if you guys are interested in signing up. This Madden 22, there's some Apex Legends, and more Madden as well. This is the rest of the month for July. If you guys are interested in these, you guys can sign up at compete.playstation.com. Free to enter for these PlayStation tournaments, guys. Get involved.
Yeah, obviously it's really cool that this year, more than ever, now that EVO is back, PlayStation putting up that winner at EVO. That's one of those really super cool things. I think you see you get to eat the fruit of that new relationship. So I'm pretty excited to see PME in Vegas. I'll give you a nice big hug if distancing allows it.
Exactly, man. Congratulations once again to PME for his win here today, winning that EVO hospitality package valued at $3,000. Your flights paid for, your hotels paid for, your entry fees paid for. Everything feels good. And of course, Killjoy 2nd place, I believe $200 there. So just fantastic stuff to everyone all around. And what a fantastic day we had here. The matches from top to bottom were just so fun to watch, Kai. Any final thoughts from you?
You know, I think I was most impressed with the unexpected nature of Dario making third. And I got to say, KJ fighting back to reset grand finals, not what I expected to happen. I actually had given this too much to PME and thought it wasn't even going to reset like that. So I like to get the blood flowing on unexpected developments like that. Big ups to everybody who placed high in this one and really showed up.
Exactly. Well, that does it here for us today, guys. Thank you guys for joining us at the PlayStation Terms FGC Arcade Summer Community Series for Skullgirls. I'm Rip. That's Kai. We'll catch you guys next time. Have a good one.
You could have literally just...
Oh, no!
Oh, no! You can kill both guys! That's not the thing! Oh my god, you got hit! You got it!
What?
Oh no, that's right!
PlayStation